I mean, this is the thing. If the duration is fine for everyone else, I'm fine with it. I thought just the DC might have been better. I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine with whatever changes people feel needs doing. I guess I can post it again for everyone's edification of what this shit does.
I remember.
I know. I'm just putting it there for other people who aren't, who might need it or might not. So yeah, that thing has no save. Should it or should it not? Oh, what's this?
I think it's fine without it.
Wow.
What does this card say? Bad back. Can never lay flat.
Yeah. It's all based on like stupid shit that a divorced dad would have, like
Oh, I
bad
know
back,
what you're talking about. I have seen that guy.
leftovers.
Jason was mentioning that his fault cards are better quality than Magic the Gathering cards.
Yeah, it's really fucking sad.
But yeah, I have seen that guy. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Is that character shit from her?
Apparently,
yeah, that's the old one that is unupdated.
Apparently, somebody animated this. So.
Yeah, I've seen it.
He did. Well, he didn't animate it. He hired someone to animate it.
I was gonna say, if he animated it, then I don't know. I don't know why you guys are talking shit about this guy.
We're not.
We're not. We're talking
shit.
He was talking
Well,
shit.
I heard Jason
He's talking
say
shit about Magic.
I heard Jason say it's so sad. Like, so whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Sad that Magic has worse quality than a random guy on
Yeah,
YouTube.
the fact that a multi-million-dollar corporation.
Divorce stats.
Yeah, a multi-million-dollar corporation has worse quality control than a dude who made this as a joke.
No, they don't have worse quality control. They just don't care.
Worse quality.
Their quality control is called the Pinkertons.
They control the quality assurance.
I don't know. The Pinkertons. I'm pretty sure the Pinkertons have standards.
No, they work for
they
Magic.
don't.
The whole point of me bringing up that joke. Wizards of the Coast hired the Pinkertons to harass some guy.
Yeah. Man,
We made a fuck up and then called like a PMC on them.
I'm just pretty upset that they never used them again. I don't know. It's
Not
kind of a waste.
publicly.
I mean,
They're gonna put up. Yeah, no.
How come the Pinkertons aren't in this set? What the fuck? This was the fucking Cowboy Junction.
Wouldn't you believe it? They're the TAs at all the tournaments. Like anytime someone makes a stink, it'll just be a.
That explains so
fucking.
Bro, they made a crime mechanic. I'm like, I should have known.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucked up thing is you're talking about like Pinkertons, like anytime raises a stink, like I know where you're going with this, like they're pulling out a gun. But imagine that guy that has the angel that says it negates everything, and the guy has the gun in his head, he's like, it won't work.
I was thinking more so along the lines of like, oh yeah, someone starts complaining and then a TA walks over and starts beating him over the head with like a club or something, and he's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Stop making a mockery of this. Doesn't have to be so drastic as a gun. They need these people to keep buying packs after all.
Yeah. What else are they supposed to do? Buy something else? Stupid.
Anyone that doesn't feel like buying a pack, they turn around and Target, there's a fucking Pinkerton holding a gun at him. Pick up the pack.
The outreach is so far that they've got at least one agent in every store that sells cards.
Have you seen Red Dead Redemption? They have like 4,000 people for every one dude.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got one person in every aisle, and anytime someone like spends like at least a minute looking through all the cards and then decides to not buy anything, that guy follows them home.
See, you might be wondering, how does Magic the Gathering, Wizards of the Coast, afford these hundreds of thousands of Pinkertons? That's why they need you to buy more Magic the Gathering cards.
They just make shitty cards. That's how
They've put themselves into a supreme.
What's the newest set that's coming out? The fucking Hatsune Miku set now?
I'm mad. I fucking missed it.
Oh
was that a joke? Or was that actually a thing they're doing?
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah. It's a secret lair. Secret lair.
Yeah, no, that's a secret lair. The next Otherworld set is the Assassin's Creed one, which is busted.
Oh fuck me! I guess
so fucking strong.
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess I'm
remember-
gonna have to go to OBS, by the way. I just saw this message. We will be discontinuing support of Twitch Studio. We prepared a guide with tips.
Oh,
Goddamn, there's
What?
like
I mean,
five
OBS
people
in
on
action?
generally
it.
easy.
It's so stupid.
By the way, Jason, this
Yes.
thing for the shittiest of writing that Magic the Gathering has, the fucking heist crew that they made is so funny to me. Because they made the most they got 2 stealthy people, and they have done nothing stealthy the whole story. Like they these are actual pictures of shit they do in the story. For like a train heist, they straight up just fucking, they have no subtlety. It doesn't help that Rakdos is one of them. This man is the size of the fucking train.
6 fucking.
I mean, I know who
years.
Rakdos is, man.
I know, it's word for everyone, a visual for everyone.
I just mean, I will be honest. I've never really read too much up on the lore. In fact, I once tried, and then I was looking shit up, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, Jace is a 20th level fighter, 20th level rogue, 20th." I'm like, "Why is he 20th level everything?"
Because
That's pretty
fucking
dumb.
Jace. That's
Right,
why.
and that's my
God.
point. I hate fucking overpowered characters unless they're meant as a joke, and he's not.
Clearly, he's someone's OC.
Right.
Jace
What,
Jace
Jace?
is no, Jace is the overpowered. But this is the thing: if you actually go check lore, he's the overpowered character that keeps losing.
He keeps
Yeah,
losing.
but not in a
Jace
funny
gets
way.
fucked a
It's like in a
lot.
serious way. If it's serious, I don't like it. Like, I'm fine with characters like Saitama because, again, he's not meant to be taken seriously. He's a fucking joke character. But then you got the overpowered characters that are like, take me seriously. I'm overpowered. Like, no, I can't.
No,
Jason
Jace
hates
is
King.
more. Jace is more like Invincible, David. Every time he's supposed to succeed, he gets beaten the shit out of.
That's because Invincible isn't even the most overpowered character in his comic.
Let me just go
Yeah,
over
neither
to
is Jace.
Let me just go over to the hero system real fast. Where was plot armor? Defense? Let's put in anti-plot armor as a flaw.
No, it's literally the opposite.
It's
Yeah,
gotta,
it-
he's
It,
still gonna
it
have.
just stipulates that you lose.
Yes.
No matter how well you do. You
Here we go.
lose.
Plot armor 50 points. I'll say anti-plot armor 50 points. You get back. Whenever you confront a minion and you're alone.
Oh no!
Oh, you,
David, come on.
is
That's
those
fucked up.
literally
Minion just got
those-
off D screen.
Yeah, it's those parts where like the screen cuts and now the rest of the team needs to go rescue the member because he got ambushed by the minions, and it's like, bro, how?
Guys, he was so
each kill
he
like
was
10
he
of
was so
them
good
per,
at this.
Hold on.
which
He
kill
only,
like 10 per episode alone. How the fuck did he lose to 2 of them?
hold on. He only gets to beat the minion off screen if he's already faced one of those minions before, because it's the first has to lose to show how powerful the new villain is.
Fucking name the feat the Wharf effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flaw. Get warped.
That's fuck.
This is the thing. It's not worth the 50 points you get at all.
No, of course not. But also,
Just
That's why
Only-
you didn't get plot armor.
but also, if you want to make,
humiliation.
if also anyone that's going to be
I hate
like,
you.
look at my hero system character. I made Krillin. like,
No, that's not a Krillin move.
I
That's
made a Yamcha. Yeah, I made a.
I'm just thinking that a fucking time Krillin like fought Frieza, and Frieza just exploded Krillin by looking at him, and Frieza's just like, shit, I didn't know I could just do that.
I mean,
Yeah, he
at
did
the
that
end
to
of the day,
Krillin and then never again.
the problem is that Krillin is weak for his universe. You shove him in like Invincible, and he just solos the verse.
Mm,
I mean,
I mean, that's
Krillin
like-
is still
very
the
strong as a
strongest
human.
human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Krillin
Yeah.
isn't weak for his verse. It's just facing one of the strongest of the verse. Like,
That's my point. Everyone he goes against is stronger than him. So for the universe he's in, he is, weak for that universe. But you put him in like shit, you shove him in the DC and he does fucking amazing still. Like,
I
you know
mean,
what
he'd be good, but also I think people are forgetting that like you're saying like shove Krillin in a universe with like superhumans where it's like with Superman as a fucking option. I'm like,
Superman is basically Goku.
Krillin can canonically destroy a planet. He has the power level to destroy a planet by himself.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, isn't there everyone that can make the Kamehameha capable of doing that?
No.
No.
Well, okay. Well, we know
They
that
can
with
at
a
least destroy
Kamehameha, you
natural
can
wealth.
destroy. You could destroy you could destroy a moon, and I'm pretty sure that Krillin, if he just aimed at the planet and decided to fucking do the strongest one, he'd just blow through the planet.
Right.
But I mean, like, you still have to but not everybody. It's just it has to be certain. Like, you have to be really getting ready to blow it up.
Yamcha can,
Okay, but to be fair,
Pedro.
I'm also thinking, as long as the weakest one is still decent, you can just keep doing it unless someone stops you. So technically,
Yam-
Yamcha might be able to.
yeah.
No,
That's still-
look, Yamcha still gets broken arms from playing baseball.
Yeah. This is the thing, Pedro.
Maybe he's just offense based. He's a glass cannon, baby.
Pedro, I'm going to be real bad about this, but this is the point.
Wolfang!
If you're saying Deacon can just keep shooting until it ends, I can fucking destroy the world. If I have enough time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the
I mean,
limiter on
I
that would
feel
be
like
more
even
so
then
the
it's impossible
resources
unless
you
you go
need.
for the thing of slowly killing it like we are already doing as a civilization.
Ha!
I mean,
Doing it, baby.
in a decent time frame, because I imagine like a week you can probably reach the car just throwing
I ju-
Kamehameha waves.
I just
No,
go
I
out
mean,
to my
Krillin can
window.
do it- To clarify, by the power level that Krillin has, he can do it with a singular attack,
Yes.
like Frieza can.
I'm gonna name this whole
I-
section of the video not Harlonde.
Yes.
He is
Ready to play.
as he at this point is at least as powerful as base level Frieza.
Yeah. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Pedro, when you
Average
said
death battle comment section.
yeah, when you said that like we're slowly clearing the planet as we already are, I just thought of like going to the window and just taking a fucking plastic wrapper, just throwing it out. It's like, dude.
Well, should
This
we
world
start?
can't end fast enough.
Yeah, you probably should.
All right, do you guys want to briefly discuss what your characters are so people know what they are when you start doing stuff as them, like the pre-game thing?
I guess for
Let's go from top to bottom.
I was going to say returning characters first.
I don't think we have. Oh, I guess we only have one
We
returning
have
character.
one returning character.
Technically, Whippet's not actually the same.
I know.
Wow.
It's returning enough.
He's a mesmerist now.
Yeah, whip it. I've changed the war.
I definitely changed. I also just 100% changed like his backstory.
Can't believe you.
Completely
I know.
fair.
But you're
I
not
had to
delinquent
make
anymore.
I just needed to give him more interesting backstory then. Haha, he lies. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, super
He drew a
funny.
dick on a statue.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What a bad boy.
That statue wasn't supposed to have a dick.
Yeah, no. The way Pat says that, like, I imagine that's how the Goliath speak of it. But the statue does not possess any genitalia. That is the humor. I do not get it. Me neither.
And that is why he is the champion of comedy and you are not.
Well, just a quick thing. I just opened like to see the image of Pat and I saw the contract and I just see will not cook. Pat, do you need to be fed?
Pat
No,
saw
the next one
Dungeon
is will
Meshi-
not eat.
Pat saw Dungeon Meshi once and related to the cat girl.
I still have to watch it.
I need to know how many nipples you have. Ah! Laos is a fucking fiend.
I like the will not use toxic against, and I'm like, against what?
I was thinking the same thing.
See, something.
Also, I like the will kill.
Sorry,
Will not
go
mutilate
ahead, Pat.
corpses.
You
Does
were
that count
you were
as
going to
undead?
say?
Alright.
I don't care anymore.
Well,
That audience is a man that wanted to make his own code of conduct, but
Hey.
got fucking destroyed.
Pat sworn to carry our burdens.
oh shit.
What if the youth is a dick?
I'm gonna drop
man.
like 500 gold on Pat's thing. Carry me. Alright. I am the burden. Do it.
Don't stream
Menace.
Steven's image. Will Menace. Of course, Pat. Don't worry. We know. We know you will, man. No, yeah, but besides the jokes, it seems clean.
Snapping turtle style.
Apparently, clean is neither something you will or will not do.
That means it's something he might do.
Hey,
7 charisma.
Quantum.
Same, brother.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
with all these 7 charisma?
0 Riz.
I've got
0.
10 whole charisma.
I have 6
What
strength.
about-
I should have lowered it to 7, but I decided to go
Jason.
10.
Jason, incorrect, motherfucker. -2 Riz.
Okay, well, my point still stands.
Yeah, it
Steven, you
does.
made a mistake lowering charisma from 18. What is it now? 12.
It's 14.
Okay, thank God. Someone in the party.
We
I
have
have
literally a
18 charisma.
mesmerist and a
We're a
sorcerer.
mesmerist and
Yeah.
a sorcerer. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have
This is the
18
problem.
charisma.
Have to
No,
look
to be
And
at
if
fair,
who-
Our
my
delinquent and our
diplomacy is
weeb can
ally
talk to
connected.
people.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to look at what players those charismas are attached to.
Could
Whoa,
be
If I
worse.
get it high enough, I can say something stupid, but it will sound so good, people will be like, you know what? Maybe he has a point.
Sure. You keep telling yourself that. It
It
may
has
become
worked
true.
before.
I just get to
It'll
look
only
at
become true if you're very good at illusions.
listen.
See how you can't
I look
defend
at
yourself,
people and
Jason?
make
Internet,
them,
so I could be.
Sorry, what, Jason?
I get to just look at people and make them make their wisdom go down. So fuck you guys.
I mean,
What if I
honestly,
don't
that's a good argument for being a face by making the opponent too stupid to realize.
That's the whole point of the mesmerist.
Yeah.
I literally have an ability called Towering Ego that just lets me use my add my charisma bonus to my wisdom saves.
We'll
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Well, let's do that introduction thing I asked already. Steven, you go first since you're at the top and people can't follow order.
damn.
So what am I
He's
doing
gonna
first?
Just
Shut up.
Just-
No.
You're just saying for prosperity on the stream so that when we go look back at stuff, we can follow this when we don't remember who played what. Like, we're always going to remember Pat played Duncan, but what did
Yeah.
Joe play?
I mean, which
Bird.
one?
Lazy clap.
Harland,
bird.
very beginning of Harland.
Oh, I played
Gen
Devlin.
Devlin, thank you. I wouldn't remember. I
Oh,
forgot.
fuck.
Yeah, no, see, Devlin, he's just gone.
I mean,
That's-
I play.
That's the point
I-
of the prosperity. So, Steven,
I
just
know-
introduce
Gotcha.
yourself and your character.
Austerity.
I'm Steven. I'm playing Inma. I'm a small sized Duskwalker cleric of Pharasma. I summon
What?
shit and I also fucking have a domain expansion. That will be explained later.
That's a good way to explain it. Domain expansion.
In the what?
We'll get to that.
Inma suffering.
So dumb.
You're welcome,
Just to-
Kieran.
so the
Go,
first part's an
Kieran.
anagram.
Yeah. I'm Kieran. I'm playing Valoon. He's a sylph that's kind of just wandering all over the place. Part of a fucking third party class, Malefic debuffer type. Does some occasional punching if people get too close.
He's neat.
From a chaotic, fucked up island. All sorts of crazy weather shit. Doesn't want to stay there for set reasons.
And you're not there anymore.
So true. Haven't been there for probably a long time. By that I mean like more so a majority of his life has probably been away from it. Maybe not. Probably like 20 years-ish.
Go, two-letter boy, go.
So
Who spells 2-letter boy?
You're
That's Joe.
Jason.
Okay.
So I am playing Zargic. He is an occultist. Zargic is a big ass gnoll that normally is stood up at 7 feet, unless he starts to relax, in which he'll just start slowly hunching. As an occultist, I am more built as a frontline occultist. So I'm prepared mostly for tanking and for damaging. he has essentially forever for anyone that has watched Gurren Lagann, I have like Kamina sword, huge ass thing that's about my size.
Jesus fuck.
It's a good description.
Needs to
Yeah.
spend an entire minute unsheathing it.
Correct. I have a Nodachi. He is very much more from the east. He has Evedas is very much more in the eastern parts, where he has come from the land of gold, the land of sand, from the Phoenix Empire.
So fucking impractical.
Yeah. So he is also just he is an artist of some sort that many people probably don't want to meet, for he makes art out of flesh and bone and sinew and other parts of living things that are no longer alive.
Some going back and tell him about the cartilage.
No, it's great. I use them like a rope.
I like that you're like the opposite of Devlin when I stop to think about it.
Yeah, yeah. So he very much was for many many of his talents. For many of his talents, he was essentially awarded. He was essentially awarded the opportunity to come here, since he won a competition and the Three Kingdoms to be part of this cultural exchange.
Alright. If anybody's watching this back in the future, or someone who's new just doesn't seem to understand who I am, I'm concerned for you, first most. I'm what people call the GM. I'll be playing let's see, 1, 5, 6. I'll be playing everyone in the world except for 6 people. Pat, go.
I am playing. It's like I'm Pat. I'm angry.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
we need now, right?
But
Go,
besides
Pedro.
that, I am playing. I'm playing Karada Nori. He is a Strix mercenary from the Beastlands. The Strix, most Strix, as in only a handful do not follow their contracts, but they are not considered Strix. For the most part, Nori has traveled a good portion of the world. You know, it tends to help when you have wings, so you can fly from place to place. The contracts that the Strix hold are personal contracts or group contracts, to where their personal contracts are combined for mercenary bands and such. They are their contracts, and they won't betray it.
That's not the only guy from the Beastlands here.
And that other guy's gonna let everyone know it too.
Alright,
Assuming
Pedro.
Pat's done, which
Show up, Pat.
Wow.
so
It's gonna be like,
Pedro.
you have wings, that's cute.
I'm Pedro. I'm playing Anzo Tanaka, a sorcerer kitsune from the Beastlands.
You said
As for
you
the
had
reason why,
trouble figuring out which one was your last name. Have you decided on that?
no, that's not what I said. What
Okay,
I
then
said
I
that
misunderstood.
before, I wrote it like the Japanese, so family name first, main name last. But because we'll probably always read it first name then last name, I just swapped the order.
Okay.
Okay, it's like that's weird because Hanzo is normally a personal name.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
Well,
that's
it's,
why I was
I
going
wanted
put
to
it
make
Japanese
sure,
way, but I was like,
because I
Out of
thought
habit, we'll
Pedro said he was confused about it, and I wanted to make sure because, by all means, I was all ready for his first name to be Tanaka. Tanaka Hanzo.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not that I was
nor
confused. I just decided to go like this to avoid confusion that will probably happen, even if
well,
because I'm sure we all
Karada
know how
is the family
Japan
name.
works. But yeah, it was just a thing of like, yeah, we'll probably always read it Western style, so I'll just make it like that to be easier.
Sure. All right. Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to make sure about that.
All good. But yeah, and the reason why I'm here is because I helped save a village in the Beastlands from an attack, and I guess word came out enough that the Glides decided to invite me.
What'd you save
Just
it
too
from?
charismatic.
From beasts of the non-part human variety.
Oh, the racism.
I saved Beastland from the beasts, so from themselves, yes.
Typical British
the other
explorer in
beasts.
Africa.
He said this, but he's a kitsune. It's fine. He's half
Yeah.
beast.
I just
You
need a
can say
beast
the word.
to go full beast.
People in beef mode.
All right. Anything else you want to add there, Pedro?
Nope.
Give us your motivations.
Power. Go on, Jason.
Sickening.
I'm playing Whippet, a gnome mesmerist. I'm from the Iron Empire, and my only goal in life is to be a massive problem for everyone else. Most of the time, I just spend my time. Most of the day, I just spend my time graffitiing, causing issues, and pretending to be other people. I managed to get an invite by winning a lottery run by a halfling known as Scott Freeman. I am the champion of luck. Don't you forget it.
But funny.
But my main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
I just really like Joe's description of Whippet. Duncan, but funny.
Hey!
Fuck is Duncan?
It's what Pat played in the entirety of Harlonde 1.
It's because he was a problem for everyone. It was more tragic than funny, really.
Yeah,
Dude.
I understand that Jason was trying to do Whippet's voice. I just like the way he started off like, I'm Jason, and he just was doing the weird voice from the beginning.
I was like, oh,
No,
like,
it's
what the fuck happened? And then I'm like, oh, he's talking about Whippet. Oh, he scared me. I was like, dude.
Like, I understand he's trying to do a gnome voice, but didn't anyone else like imagine he pulled it like square rim glasses with a tape around the middle?
That is actually kind of what I was going for. I want him to sound like the fucking neckbeard, neckbeard.
Oh.
The guy goes,
Oh,
actually,
ah. You're this card from Hearthstone. You're the entitled customer, and I hate it. Here you go. Because he fucking does
Phantom of the
that.
Island.
That's exactly what his fucking voice sounds like, too.
It's a gnome, too.
Oh.
Yeah. You hear him, and he's like, I'd like to speak to your manager, and then it fucking blows up the field. And I'm like, oh!
All of the monsters will just say, fuck this shit.
It's like you could fucking blow up your own field with this.
could you check the back for me? I might not see it out here, but it might be back there.
Oh, stop it.
Jason's just preparing things to like harass people once we get past the beginning of this. He's like, oh shit, there's a
Autocode is
shop?
gonna
Hell
punch you.
yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Do you actually live around here?
Oh, hey, now that you got really. Oh, I got racist all of a sudden.
Jason's goal is to get Odakoda kicked out while simultaneously having to roll up a new character.
It's a 2-for-1 special.
Odakoda is going to put your mouth in the fucking curb and stomp it as hard as it can.
First off,
Harlan History X.
He's gonna get him on the curve with because his head is gonna be down there and his body's still gonna be standing.
I'm just gonna bend over and cast Crime of Opportunity.
He's gonna bend over. He's just gonna go, officer, it's him.
Did you know that 90% of the crimes are committed by just fucking ridiculous lines?
It's getting worse.
Despite only being publicly known in history for a few months, Goliath commit up to 20% of all history crimes. Alright.
There is a sharp increase in documented crime after we first started speaking with the Goliath.
Especially after I started documenting it.
I can't wait for some whatever fuckface is gonna come rolling around like wretched. We got rid of that because that was a terrible, terrible term for. We just know you're using it racially. Goliath, where it sounds like you're doing the same thing when the fucking Goliath are just unironically such nice people.
Or
Yeah,
bad,
outside of Orokoto, they
yeah.
were all pretty nice.
or
Yeah.
bad YouTube.
I mean,
Biggers.
outside of Otakota.
But yeah, it's,
Biggers.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
oh no! Please don't call them that. We'll get in trouble with all those
What a bunch
lesser.
of biggers!
Yeah, they'll think that the people. You think the people with the big noses are going to be talking to us about them. So,
Oh,
all right. So, anyways,
Look,
while
they're
we
called
still have a
beasts.
channel,
for now, I mean.
remember, if you want to report us, it is at minute 30 that this starts.
All right, cut the VOD.
Close, restart.
All right, we got to redo the character introductions.
Alright, let's just redo the real fast introductions. Steven, Shortstack, Kieran, Forgettable, Joe, Big
Wow.
Man, Pat, Weeaboo, Pedro, Furry
Advanced Weeaboo.
Other weeaboo?
Yeah, I think I.
No, you fucked it up, David. He was like, Weeaboo, Joe, Pedro, Advanced Weeaboo.
Whip it,
Oh, I can't-
Redditor.
Oh,
That's fine. I accept it.
later in the game, they're gonna be like, "There's these magic items. No one really wants them, but you can have them. They're just a pair of fucking headphones that look like Reddit gold symbols." And he's like, "They're perfect."
Whip it's gonna
Well, no,
turn
no,
into
no, no,
fucking
no, no.
Nerd Rage come
I
back
can't
later.
I can't get the Reddit gold until I get the fedora.
That's easy
Someone's
enough
gonna
to
pay
get.
Whip it later. Whip it's gonna look up. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger.
And you're gonna see like the guy getting ready to strike him. I don't know. All of a sudden, my hand went up. Like I don't know why. I felt like I had to hit him.
That's the fucking like rage spell cast on another.
At will
Anyway.
casting of rage.
Oh, I can't.
Alright.
Material components is Reddit gold.
Let us start.
Alright. As far as anyone could remember, at least to the point that people will, historians admit about, the world has been a fractured mess of floating islands. As to where it all leads is anyone's guess. Too far down and you hit the Darklands, nations full of drow, Dwagar, and other horde creatures. Too high up and you hit the thinning air across massive islands full of creatures that people know as the giant races. And as far as anyone knows, to your east, west, north, and south across the middle axis plane, it just extends into a expanse that people have not fully explored. So, as far as the civilized world stands, to the west lies the massive and indomitable Iron Empire, led by a man who people say is an immortal. Someone that has gone unaging throughout time and has, through his multiple lifespans, set up this nation of technology through his advanced and culminating knowledge. To the far east, the Phoenix Lands, another massive continent, led by yet another immortal, a man known as Feng Wang, who, through his years and years of knowledge and power, has advanced magic to such degrees. Hello, is someone saying something?
No.
I guess
No.
my
Static from my
yeah, my headset must have been fucking up. Sorry, I thought someone wanted to chime in. My bad. Then just to get across that, the point is two of these nations and many others have immortals in them through various means, people have argued about how this is to be. At least in Feng Long's case, you can say it is because through his mastery of alchemy, he had created a special elixir which grants people eternal life so long as they continue to imbibe it. But that being said, that can't be the same for everyone. There are immortals here and there sporadically about, and usually the nations that have immortals in some capacity are prosperous in one way or another. But these are not the only nations that exist. It's just that these are the only nations really worth mentioning that they have a long storied history. As some nations, even if they last a few hundred years, could disappear in just tomorrow, just the way the world lives in. But as immaterial as this may seem, sometimes new things are brought into the fold. And funnily enough, a new race was recently discovered. Living for God knows how long, centuries, but never really encountered in full, and no less between these two nations, not on the outskirts. A race of nomadic travelers known as the Goliath, named as such because the explorers found their stature rather intimidating. And in their brief period in our history, they have chosen to invite various cultures to their special hunt that they usually only left to the other tribes of themselves to open up to the world. And this is where we begin. People from all across the world are traveling to this little island in the middle of nowhere as far as most people are concerned. Take part of the Hunt of the White Boar, a yearly ritual to the Goliath, but perhaps a way of bringing people together for everyone else. Who wants to be the first to land on the island? I should mention, they've played a one-shot of this not too long ago, so we're going to be hand-waving combat as soon as we get to it, but we're going to be role-playing a lot of the stuff that happens just because they have new characters and stuff. Just so that anyone watching this is going to be like, oh, the combat isn't combat. Nah, yeah. So, who wants to go first? Who wants to land on the island on day one? Or do you guys all want to be late arrivals?
What scenario did we go with? For
What?
me saving a Goliath. Did we go with he gave it to me because he couldn't find him, or he gave it to me because he wanted to just, he was just doing something he shouldn't have?
You wouldn't know, would you?
Ultimate
That's
lover.
true.
You want to come in,
Same.
Esteban, the world's greatest lover?
I have Emma come in because she's gonna be there, or she was gonna be there anyway.
Alright. Do you want to have a special way that you come in, or do you just want to, like, pop off in an airship?
I'm coming in on my fucking little floating oven.
That is the most fucked up means of travel I could imagine.
Your floating oven?
So I essentially have this big oven that I have a lot of stuff on it. And the goal I said is right that I was gonna tell you is that she had parts on it that usually makes it so it can go forward. Because she's small enough that she can just open the top and she just kinda rides in it. But those parts are fucked up, so she had to float to this island.
How does it fly?
Don't worry about it. Because the bottom of it has the floating crystals.
I was gonna ask, what are you doing to actually propel it?
Just so I was saying, she had parts for that.
Bellows.
She basically.
I was thinking either that or he just has like fake wings and just starts flapping while on
I was
it.
gonna say, I can't believe Indra prepared coming here like a month in advance so she could float over in time.
Honestly,
All
it was
right.
more travel.
Someone got her on the way. She was like, "All right, someone help me."
One day out in the middle of
No,
nowhere, this
David.
was a mistake.
David, you know the reason how. David, you know how someone how I got up, and I had to talk to my mentor, and they were like, "What are you fucking doing?"
I thought it would look cool.
And they're like, someone got contacted by a fucking CR-17 fucking psychopomp, and they came and got me.
When we discussed your character backstory on being born and everything, wouldn't your psychopomp have learned not to trust people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but also I'm in a bad position right now.
No,
She's like, all right, I gotta.
He can
All right.
trust Whippet. Whippet can be trusted.
Surely.
And Whippet's already on his way there.
My
Flying.
says no.
I love the idea of Steven just as overweight the oven so it can't fly at all. And after 3 days, it's like, I should start floating now, and throws it out and starts floating slowly now.
But it's fine. The way I get here was a really dumb way.
And you're
And
still
with the other
first.
option where
Okay.
you were higher up, so you just launch yourself, and as you get down, you start turning on the crystals. Or I guess removing the weights.
Basically.
Make more sense.
All right.
Basically.
So we'll start with Indra gets to the hunt early on, having left Will in advance to make sure her easy bake oven would float there in time. And after being picked up by some traveler along the way, gets plopped off, and you're here at the hunt. We'll have you go in first, Steven. It's really all role playing here. If you wanted to say you're doing anything.
I mean, the first thing is do is set up the oven. But
That's
yeah,
fair.
basically, I'm just like, I'll go in and start setting up the oven.
All right. For the sake of clarity, because part of me just wants to be like, you guys know what the fuck you're looking at. But just for the sake of clarity, the island's dock leads up to a path through a open forest, like it's a summer camp. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you can see what's ahead. Trees everywhere. It's been cleared. And the Goliath, a race of people that are supposedly very nomadic, have, in the span of what must have been like a few days for them, constructed a massive hunting lodge made of wood and bone. So, pretty industrious.
I mean, yeah, you get really good at building shit when you got to break it down all the time.
I mean, also, since it shows up here, I'm pretty sure they had something to work with.
Yeah.
I'll go find Otakota, because that's the first thing I should probably do after building.
Well,
You know what he
I
looks
wanna
like?
With Odakota immediately.
You know what he looks
Yeah.
like, or are you just looking for Odakota?
Get in
Yeah.
the stove.
I divination.
Fine.
he's
I divined
he's-
it.
he's metagame.
Yeah,
He's hacking.
yeah. The
Mar told him
metagaming.
he's gonna die soon.
I'm
go
joking.
find him.
I'm joking.
You look for Odakota. There's like
Is he? I don't remember. Otakota dying. I don't remember that.
There's like 50 Odakota everywhere. There's an
I
Odakota.
only remembered his name. I don't actually remember anything else other than that.
He's not very kind.
He's a bitch.
Even there's like 50 Odakota all over this place.
Oh, sweet. I'm just gonna go into the lodge and I'll start.
Are you Odakota? Are you Odakota?
Oh my god, it's Jackie Chan.
Oh my god, it's Jackie Chan.
At the end, Steve's just like, am
My
I
God,
Ulrich?
it's Robert Downey Jr.
It's I'm Otakota.
So
I didn't agree before I got here. I was like, Farazman, will it be good or bad if I go here?
Will or woe, bitch.
She was like, wheel and woe. I'm like, damn.
Damn.
That sounds pretty good. Let's go.
Steven's like, I used augury.
Augury doesn't even go that far. It's a joke. Basically.
What a spell augury is.
Augury only goes like half an hour too, so I'm like, it wouldn't do anything.
Alright.
Augury,
Getting
should I
off
use
of the
this
ship
shoes?
will in fact work out for you.
You said you set up the oven. What are you setting it up with? Like, what you doing with it?
Basically, so, cooking.
I mean, I'd hope so, but I mean, like,
No
what are you
way.
making?
I gotta go out and get ingredients.
All right, I just like the idea that
so I gotta go.
I'm
you
cooking
turn the
bread.
oven on, it's just fire, and you're like, I'm just burning. I'm showing it off.
I was like, why did I? She's like, why did I? Oh, hold on. Why did I turn that on? Damn it.
Indra just turns around. Whoops! I just turned on my magic oven that follows me around.
Oh man, I dropped my massive magic oven.
I dropped my massive magic oven on the ground. I hope no one's paying attention to that.
You know, for my
I would really hate
massive
it.
cooking skill.
I'd really hate for people to not pay attention to my massive cooking skills.
I'm hearing the Danny DeVito like Magnum Dong joke, and then for some reason, I thought of the fucking like the Iron Empire drops like medium-sized condoms labeled as extra large over the Goliath lands to dishearten them. Goliath picked them up and wonder why all these small condoms are labeled medium.
They lost before the even
This is
before the game
a
started.
war in all fronts. Then
They lost this war from before it started.
Just hurt. Like it's just the worst when my brain like amalgamates like 3 jokes into setting to make like only something that I would personally find funny.
What are you talking about? It's funny.
I mean, sure, it's funny, but it's more so that the joke is fun. Like the joke I'm stealing is funny. Anyways, who else wants to go? Since, as far as I'm aware, Indra is just chatting up some of the locals, which we can do. I just want to make sure no one else wants to like come in early.
I would like to come in early.
All right, with it.
Gotta show up early so that way I can be waited on. I managed to con a very wealthy individual into giving me a ride on their very nice airship over here.
So
Just add the
you managed
Emperor to the
con
list, I guess.
Codex. You
Huh?
managed to con Codex.
yeah,
Codex didn't write
That is the only wealthy, like
N-
majorly wealthy person that would be coming here with a
I didn't say they were
retinue
coming
for
here.
a
true.
big ass
I said
airship.
To be
didn't say
fair, other
they
people
were
might just be
coming here.
passing by here.
To be,
Yeah,
to
I
be
didn't say
fair,
that they were coming here. I just said I convinced them to take me.
Yeah.
that's not correct. Also, Pat.
Oh, it's not.
No, the dwarf princesses come every time.
Oh, that's true.
But
they wouldn't
how?
trust a gnome.
How
They
would
wouldn't
Jason
trust a
ever?
gnome.
How would Jason ever convince her?
That's true. Our
Hey,
type
baby, you got a little gnome in you? Once.
Yeah, no,
unfortunately,
that's
her
Yeah.
type
Okay. So
And now a
that's-
new country
so
has him as a
unfortunately,
You know why
Whippet
she-
couldn't make it.
Yeah, the reason why you're able to get over here is because she wanted to get you as far away from her as possible.
yeah.
why would you bring him to the place she's going then?
So
They
unfortunately,
swapped the addresses.
Whippet died in a. Whippet died.
He died in a whippet. In a whippet accident.
Where is Whippet, the master?
He was
of
doing
comedy?
whippets.
In an alternate timeline, Whippet didn't make it, but in this timeline, fortunately, Whippet conned some random rich guy. Yeah.
Yes, 100%. I made him feel obligated to me after I saved his life from an accident that I totally didn't set up.
Let me
Did
do
you
a
accidentally- Did you
callback.
drop a tree again?
Let me do a callback to fucking Harlonde the first time we ever ran this. While you're inside of his rich fucking yacht that's flying over here, you see a scrying orb and nobody around to notice that it would go missing.
Oh, are you just gonna do it?
Not this
Fucking
again.
yeah, Pat.
I go, wow, a scrying
Why are
orb.
you saying Pat?
I'm certainly not taking that because it's a fucking scrying orb.
So?
People can
That's so
scry
old.
through it.
That doesn't mean it's 2A.
No. You use it to scry on people.
He doesn't know that. He's level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
might
just
know
knows
that.
he knows it's a glass ball that shows people things. He's like,
Yeah.
who would steal a security cam? It would be on the footage.
That's why you gotta sneak up on it.
Alright.
What's that 360 view?
Alright.
Alright. Okay, so we're not losing our MacGuffin.
Alright.
Yeah,
So
no.
Whippet, you get off the ship. You see the path. There are Goliath walking around. You see a few people who aren't Goliath. There's like a little Minna thing just being like my massive oven, like bending over constantly, looking over her shoulder.
I come up and I go, "Wow, that is a massive oven. Where did it come from?" This is the part where you talk.
Sorry, 1 second. I was
Sorry.
I was distracted by something that was happening outside my door. I'm like,
Yeah, no
"What's
problem.
By the oven.
the massive oven?" She's like,
Uh,
"Oh, you hear the monotone voice of, oh, how dare." Yeah, okay. She climbs onto her oven and immediately, yeah. She's like, "So you're looking at my oven, I see."
Oh no.
In the most monotone voice. This can cook so slaps the oven. This can cook so many things.
Apparently, wheat brownies based off the Easy Bake gif I pulled.
See.
Massive stepped up easy bit.
So
Even now.
Just add weed.
I don't like the eyes moving.
can you cook
This is-
anything?
I can cook a variety of things, not everything.
I see. But have you ever put buns in there?
I can, in fact, cook buns in this oven.
All right, but has somebody else ever put buns in your oven?
If you are, in fact, making a joke about being pregnant, it is a sad thing because I cannot.
Oh.
You can't
Every
make a joke
every
about
person
it,
watching
budget,
just left.
Yeah.
Or get
Minus
pregnant.
1,000 viewers.
Like,
We
oh
should
no,
have seen this.
Dustwalkers cannot actually.
oh that now I actually do feel like a dickhead.
No,
I
she's
apologize.
like,
It's okay.
it's fine.
That's okay.
She says, she goes, it is fine. It was a good joke.
It's fine. You're a gnome. I already knew.
Like, all right, well, I'd apologize, but and then I walk away.
He's like, do you not want me to cook any buns?
Just gone. Shit, made that conversation way too awkward. That got weird.
She's like, I can still cook buns.
Just keep going. Walking faster.
She's like, damn it.
Goliath walking up to you, like, I hear you're making bread.
Yes. Starts making bread.
Aggressively making bread. Well, Whippet, what else are you doing?
I'm probably just gonna go avail myself of the services.
Okay.
I
Anyone
just
else
imagine this
wish?
as Whippet going away.
Anyone else wanting to show up sooner rather than later?
I'll show up if you.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you two can show up at the same time. That sounds fun.
Yeah, we can come up from the same ship. We come from the same side.
yeah, whatever horrible dinky ass like taxi service this decrepit shitter has managed to hire.
I mean, probably
Me.
just we can probably come like in probably like a merchant ship or some shit.
Sure. Just go along the way.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Valon
Jeff.
from the west actually?
Yeah,
from-
he's more towards the west.
I just think it's
But
funny.
he's been
Joe's
all
like,
around.
Okay, I just like the idea. Joe's like, if we come from all around, like the ship picked up the west, flew past the Goliath Island to go pick up Joe.
You know, he was born in the west and then disembarked towards the west in Carrizo, but then, you know, spent his fucking, like, the next, like, 15 years fucking around all over the place.
Alright, that's fair. You could have been from Joe's side then.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are getting off your merchant vessel.
Yes.
You see the path laid out before you. There's people gathering. There's some hoity-toity elf fellow, and you're like, that's not a Goliath, ignoring the other, like, 48 pale and gray-skinned fucking giants walking around here.
So I will say this, and I will sometimes do it, but I cannot always be doing this. There's always a slight giggle underneath my character's voice, but I will literally die if I try to do it all the time.
You just have to let Kieran voice your character. He does it pretty good.
No,
You
it's just
sound like
the
Hunger.
very low,
Just
like.
anytime you talk, I can just go.
Yeah, exactly.
Do the first one so everyone has the.
Yeah, everyone just takes turns. Eventually, Joe turns into an eldritch being.
It just like
It grows more mouths and they all laugh
I
simultaneously.
it would extend this like meaty part to you, seeing as you come out in the same place I did. It's like my name is Sagrit. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. It's a pleasure. The name's Vaughn. And I'll kind of like hold out a hand for cakes.
He'll fucking go for your hand with his with his. It's like very nice, and he does the very like merchant like the two hands on yours and shakes.
Yeah.
And then he gets distracted by something in the distance and he starts moving away.
St. Pat.
Yeah. So I am now admiring David, the architecture, mostly of how there's bones in it. It's like they'll
Okay.
accept me.
They'll accept me. Boy, those bones sure seem pretty big.
Yeah, it'll be way worse when I'm looking at a Goliath. Is like, do you think that guy is eyeing me? Like, do you think he has a thing for me? And I'm just outlining how their skeleton probably is.
Mm. A
Joe made me
wondrous
think he's gonna
skull
turn into a
structure.
blocky character. He's gonna like look at somebody, put his hand on their ribcage, and just break it.
Yeah,
Break it.
he's Dr. Kure Hashinoki
What?
or
What
whatever.
a fucking waste, dude. That's why I don't use bludgeoning weapons. They ruin the material.
Oh no! Far less
Sorry.
impressive than the large structure hunting lodge that you see before you. That there is a totem pole. This hand makes an L. This hand makes an R. To your
Don't worry, Dave. I do the same thing.
Yeah, to your left of the hunting lodge opening, there is a totem pole that extends some good like 100-ish feet up there. It's made of wood, no bone.
Sickening.
Yeah. I mean, you'll just explore the area and their art.
Well, that's why I bring up the totem pole. That is arguably their most actual artistic thing.
I guess what seeing some of the animals, what Zargik, since he came early, is going to do is he's going to ask some of the Goliaths if he can hunt for himself until the competition starts to get used to the terrain.
Alright, that's fair. Like, there's a. The Goliath is about to say something. Like, you could give me a sense motive if you want. This was actually me, like, contemplating it myself, actually. So.
Yeah.
Because let's see what your sense is.
I have a sense motive. Crazy. I
Yeah.
forgot I had one.
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
You don't have like good hunches, but like you see him go through the like, you ask if you can go hunt, and he's just like, and he goes something like, actually we have like a feast prepared, and you go, I want to get ready for the terrain. He's like, isn't that a bit like cheat? Yeah, all right, go ahead.
I will
He
then
just
go.
remembers that the code exists.
Yeah.
Remember that you don't know what this place looks like. Someone else
Yeah.
that has been here probably knows better than you. It's only fair.
I am essentially going to probably hunt some of the local fauna that I see from the totem, and I'm going to make one out of them.
You're looking for the things on the totem.
Some of the things, like Zargik isn't dumb. He understands he probably can't catch all of it, but if he can make like a 3-stack totem of some of the animals that are roughly the same size, he'll be happy enough.
Right. Going down the list of what the totems has, like in alphabetical order, and not you know, actually the way the totem is ordered. There's a demon on it. There's a dragon on it. There's a fucking hive on it. Well, let's just call that a bee. There's a moon on it.
Man, I'm not getting a lot of options.
Serpent.
I mean, there's the bees.
Boar. Totem. Oh.
Serpent boar totems, like.
Oh, hold on. I have to fucking see what a spire totem is. It just is, I guess. They're barbarian totems, as we discussed like 3 times already. But man, some of the barbarian totems are weirder than I thought they would be. Because the way I was thinking was like some of the things on the totem are not going to be things you'll find, and that's why I was saying like there's a dragon on this totem, there's a demonic thing on the totem, so you're not finding that stuff. You know, you'd find like a boar and a bear maybe, but fucking apparently the totem has a moon on it.
I have to hunt the moon now, guys.
We'll call that a wolf. We'll call that a wolf on that totem. I don't think they would just have this big circle carved into it.
I guess those bear, boar, and moon, bear, boar, and wolf I can do.
Yeah, alright. We'll have you catch a. Actually, how characters fucking to hit?
Like +8, +9.
Alright, never mind. You should be fine funding a bear. I'm just thinking. Bears actually are kind of like fucking. You know, they're CR4s, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
But hey, just like I said, we're role playing and not doing combat. Knowing that a bear is actually a tough cookie, would your character be so inclined as to intelligently hunt for it, or are you just gonna show up at the end of the day just completely fucked up, dragging a bear corpse?
Oh no, he is fairly intelligent. He'd probably wait, starts to sleep, and probably do. For example, he has a lot of versatility because of how he is built. So it'd probably work in utilizing feats to not enter his like with lunge and such. To not enter even his attack of opportunity range. And just bait him like that, even starting to use chakrams. It's like a first volley to damage him before actually killing him.
I get the reach bit, but what are you doing to stop it from just actually getting into your reach, like its reach?
Into my thing mostly it would be I would be able to gain distance and then like throw a chakram.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing that would stop it from just getting up to you?
Oh, from getting up to me, nothing. I just have barriers galore.
That's fair. You soften it up. Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing something
Yeah.
about you. Like, no, it would absolutely never hit me. Joe learns the terrifying fact that the bear is faster than him.
Oh no, he is definitely faster than me. Unless I use my powers, but
Well, let's just keep talking. What can get your speed up to, buddy?
60.
Yeah, alright, you're faster than the bear.
Okay. No, but yeah, it's the thing. If I see I can't like, if I see it's going wrong, I'll just flee. I'm not up to battle with it. I'm just going to use the other corpses for it.
Joe's running the typical cheese strats. Oh god, it's catching up to me. Fucking backs way further. Bear starts leaving, walks up to bear, re-aggroes it.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. The bear doesn't have healing potions. Bitch.
The bear
We were
pulls out a
playing-
You
healing
say
potion.
that, you just
Ate it
pulls
all.
out one from somewhere.
Run!
He drank them all.
Playing D-mod, the
Just
bear starts
prepare.
walking away and just pulls out a fucking IV drip.
He's like, "Oh, you'll wait for me in a moment, you son of a gun."
Starts screaming, "Yo, how is it healing so much?"
I just see the bear
Oh, what the
despawn
fuck?
and spawn again.
Don't you
But
hate
yeah,
it,
that's
Steven, in MMOs when the enemy heals up like 20 million hit points in 2 seconds because they kill it fast? Then it got bored and left.
yes. So I'm butchering a boar and a wolf at least.
I can give you the bear. It's alright. We discussed like how you take down the bear safely. That's what that was all about.
Thank you.
Joe, are you just gonna drag these things back?
Yes.
Joe, you'll hear when you drag it back, you'll hear, "Hey, hey,
She
What?
followed
you."
you.
You want me to cook that for you?
Willie said it. I am not going to use the meat, so sure.
Sweet.
And this is how me and Steven's like harmonious thing of me hunting for the bone and tissue of things. Bone tissue and pellets, and Steven's like, "Can I have the meat?" Yeah.
Eat it together, make it so nothing goes to waste.
All Zygax Arby's got them.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
But yeah, I would just set up next to you and start tanning things, and I'd start preparing the materials. That's probably in a couple of days, because it probably took me a couple of days to hunt these. So,
No,
Kieran, what were you doing?
not a couple of days, Joe. A couple of days you missed the hunt.
Oh, okay. I thought we arrived early enough. My bad.
No, like I said, it's the day before the feast day.
Ah,
I was
fair
talking about
enough.
people showing up early. I'm talking about like the morning of the night or something. You like blah blah blah. You're supposed to be there.
Mhm.
Just put them as materials then. Go ahead.
That's, to be fair, I should have specified that. I guess it's just the same thing we did the last 3 times. So I figured.
Yeah.
But Joe, you're right, Joe. I didn't specify, and I should have.
But
But
yeah,
Oh,
just
there
have
you
the
go.
materials because I don't have time to make the totem.
yeah,
Don't worry.
go on,
I'm
Kieran. You were going to. You wanted to say some stuff, Kieran? So because I was all ready to be like, all right, let's say some NPC stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, Kieran's here.
Yeah, yeah, Valen's probably just kind of. I mean, he's not going to be doing much interesting. Like, this is still a day that's being preparatory, so he's not going to get in anyone's way, but he is kind of just like looking around the area, getting a lay of the land, familiarizing himself. It's a nice place.
Well, familiarizing yourself with the land. There's a fairly large clearing in the middle of this forest, quote unquote. The path up to the hunting lodge. There's an open space that extends out like a good football field or so. Using the metrics that I'm sure Valoon is familiar with, and been alerted by the You've alerted the Nomona.
You've alerted Enma. She's coming towards you.
I just like the fucking like weird turn and her waving her hand. It's weirdly.
That's the quality Pokemon Company strives for.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, there's a big clearing in the forest essentially. It's like a high school football track with a dirt patch in the center. You know what I mean? It's like a shitty like Boy Scout camp. You got the big open area that's nice in here, and then you got fucking forest.
Uh-huh.
That's your lay of the land. I mean, I could give you more detail. On the further edges of the forest, there are mountains. Like dirt and stone go up. That's the clear blue, baby.
Yeah, no, I guess you'd kind of like just go around the perimeter of like the cleared out area, and you wouldn't wander out too far. Kind of just take this early bit easy since he's been probably traveling a while. Takes this time to unwind.
Right.
He's mostly just cooling down after spending a shit ton of time on a ship. He doesn't much like them.
Oh, go on.
That's it.
All right. I should, just to make sure, before I describe NPC stuff and I start having you interact with them and everything, to make sure if Pat and Pedro don't want to like immediately come in, which is fine. I'm just making sure that you guys aren't being denied the opportunity.
No,
My
I just
character
didn't want to
comes-
show up. I just didn't want to show up too early.
And I come fashionably late, so more towards the night.
All right. Then not Zygax. What's her name? Not Zargik, because he's out hunting. But you other three might take note that there is a man who is fucking floating all over this place.
Fucking
What?
floating.
His feet aren't touching the ground. His eyes are his eyes are a deep purple, like very uniformly so. I don't think this man's ever heard of the fucking white of their eyes. And he's looking a bit hipsterish. He has like a turtle knit like sweater on, like a scarf. He's smoking a corncob pipe. He's got glasses on top of those purple peepers. He's bald as hell.
Yep. That dude fucks.
Bald as hell.
From wherever I'm sitting, I'll just like raise
That
my
guy
hand and
fucks.
wave. Hey.
Indra, I think you overhear Whippet say that.
Yeah.
You alerted you. Inma, you alerted her.
Sorry,
Hey.
Inma.
Yeah.
That's to Whippet,
Hey.
right? Or are you talking to the bald guy?
To the bald guy.
Alright.
Are you talking to the bald guy?
He looks down at you, takes the pipe out of his mouth. He goes, "Hello."
Hi. Would you like some food? It's free.
I think I'll conserve space. There's supposed to be a feast later.
True. I could just make a snack though. Not a full meal.
He looks behind him and then back at you. Like he's like, "Everyone else eating this shit." What
If
did
not,
you
it's fine.
What did you have in mind? He says with some concern.
I can make a pastry. And so she starts going through listing. Like in the most David, it's like I can make pastries. I could make some sort of meat dish. I got a lot of fresh meat from Mr. Wait, hold on. What's your name? It turns to fucking Joe's character who I've never asked their name.
We've already established Joe's still in the forest.
I'm just
Oh, no.
let's just say I'm just dropping off the wolf, and it's like full of blood on my clothes. Zargik, and
I'm in my Zargik. He's been dropping off meat. He's cool.
and I go away.
I can
And
make you
he's just gone.
jerky. I could. She's just going through listing stuff.
The fucking floating Baldo sighs some relief where he's just like, "Oh, okay. Well, let's see."
Stefan gets socially stunned.
If it makes you feel any better, I had the same experience earlier.
It
was just a little bit weirder.
Wicked behind him.
We've been
using
behind.
psychic power to speak to him.
Yeah.
Don't make. He said, "Don't make baby joke. Don't make baby joke. Don't make baby joke."
So Stefan was a little concerned. You just come up to him. He's like, "You looking for a snack? I can make you a pastry." He's just like, meat dish.
And
Steven,
has
you're-
like no idea what she's causing.
Character's too thick for this world. Stefan's like, I don't know how to fun lore fact, like just the side of like Professor Stefan. My race doesn't have penises. And it just cuts back to the show.
He's like, and it's just like, wait, did you say that the Enma?
No, I'm making
Was
fun
that
of
just a
this.
side fact?
Yeah, that's a side fact.
Like,
That's me breaking the fourth wall. I'm just making fun of the fact where it's like Stefan shouldn't be acting like this. He can't actually reproduce.
exactly. He's just gonna.
Dude, that makes
Can't
two
be
of
making
them.
fun of he can't be made uncomfortable through sexual, innuendo.
He can't even do the fun bit.
I mean, just because he can't reproduce doesn't mean he can't have fun.
Just said he can't even do the fun bit. He's flat down there.
Yeah, my man
There's
is
a goal.
he's
There's a
anatomically
goal.
Steven.
Honestly, the
I'm
race
sorry.
raises questions about like how they pee. Like it's just the fucking alien from Scary Movie.
No, he's like, I guess we're the same after all.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
piss comes out of his finger.
Have you guys seen the Kaiju number 8? The dude like literally pisses out of his nipple.
Yes. I can't believe that's what Stefan has to do. I guess we're not
Here
so
you go,
different
Steven.
after all.
I'm sorry, this is what I hear now.
Kieran raises a good point. It's not just losing the viewers from Indra, but everyone that's just like, oh my god, that wrinkled hunk Stefan. What do you mean?
There's
I know-
someone out there that's within his strike zone.
I now just hear Steven as
I guess
Doreen
the
from
other way around.
Monsters Inc.
But I don't have that much of a fucking.
But you could.
Not yet.
I could not yet. Give me like 50 years, then it'll go there.
And
I'll be
how
like,
much you
okay, Zoomer. Me takes up my first cigarette, immediately changes.
Fucking turns into Professor Girlfriend.
Oh,
So listen, I was just telling you yesterday, Stefan is still not figuring out that I have no sexual interest in him.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So yeah,
That's
after
incredible.
he realizes that you're genuine, he's like, oh okay. Can you make masala keema?
Ooh, would I have to do a check for that?
Sure.
No, I'm actually like
Local,
actually, yes.
local profession
Oh,
cook.
shit.
I don't care.
Oh, I profession cook. Gotcha.
well, I got hungry, so I'm going to get something to eat because I know what's going to happen next.
Oh, you mean in real life? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go
Be right
get
back.
yourself a snack. Masala keema is a Indian style like chili made of beef.
Ooh, I could probably make that. I have beef preserve, so it's fine. I can make this.
There's just something. I heard beef preserves, and I'm just imagining a beef jam, and I'm like, ugh.
No, preserved as in the
Beef
spell.
preserves. It's a
I
cow and
know
a
that's what you
segment.
said, but
I'll kill you.
that's immediately what I thought. It's like, ew.
Oh, that was a terrible burp. But yeah, I could do that. She's like, okay. Thumbs up. Starts cooking.
All right. Stefan will look up and he'll look down and he'll go, well, while you prepare that, I'm going to go schmooze. And he puts the pipe in his mouth and starts floating off.
It is a day early.
David,
They're probably still preparing.
David, if he can hear it in the background, you hear it back there. He's so goddamn cool.
It's better than hearing he's so goddamn hot, where he's like, oh no, I did understand.
No.
Yeah, cool.
She's like, he's floating around. That's pretty fucking cool.
Gonna climb that man like a beanpole.
He's like,
Fucking
"Why a beanpole?"
another fourth wall break. We go back to the classroom with Stefan with the professor outfit. He's just like, of course I'm cool. And he puts the pipe in his mouth. I smoke. It's like, this show sponsored by...
Sponsored by Marlboro.
Yeah, Marlboro. I was trying to remember a cigarette company, thank you.
I smoke, and your small children should too.
Fucking...
It's great for those
Remember
with
when,
asthma.
remember when cartoons used to actually advertise cigarettes?
So did like lunch boxes and toys and shit.
Clarify, I know they used to, but I'm not old enough to remember when they did.
I mean, all you gotta do is watch like Boomerang or something.
That's
I believe they're shutting that down.
also I don't have cable, but
Me neither. Doesn't stop me from watching cable.
right. But I got better things.
You
to watch.
think it should, but apparently it doesn't.
The fucking GM turns to the screen. This episode is sponsored to you by piracy.
Do it in the sky!
Hypothetically, do you think our overlords bought it?
Not when you
Let's
say
just-
that.
Just remind everybody that the Harlonde Pirate Republic capital is called the Wish You Were Here. Alright. Also, while you guys are gallivanting about with Indma now fucking creating a fucking hours-long beef dish, there is sorry, I'm getting distracted because a little ant was crawling up my screen. I was trying to figure out, is that real or my screen flickering? Anyways, you see a small little kobold walking about the grounds. This is significant because it is a fucking kobold.
They rare?
No, but they're pretty monstrous as a race.
Oh yeah, that -4 bud.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it's-
sure if they weren't supposed to be here, then a Goliath would have punted them off already.
Have you been talking to some of these guys? They're really nice.
Yeah, but like, I doubt they'd let a trespasser just stay.
Just like the idea that the rich guy that fucking like, I doubt they just let a trespasser say the rich guy that Whippet came by on. He's like, "Oh, this seems pretty interesting. Do you mind if I stay?" "Oh, sure. The more the merrier." You're like, "Oh no."
Shit, I gotta remember what name I gave that guy then.
Named Rich.
Huh? No, what name I gave him when I told him what my name was.
Oh, okay.
I ran back in here to say that the rich guy's name is Rich McIron. He's from the Iron Empire.
Rich McIron, no relation.
Not outside the realm of possibility.
Knack-Knack's around. Hey.
Yes. You're making a beef dish. You turn to the kobold. Hey. So Steven, remember when you were like, should I play a male or a female? And I discussed, like, I don't want to, like, swing anything anyway. Anyways, you're a female. So Knack turns to you and goes, "Hello."
What's up?
Not
I'm
much.
making a dish.
She hums at you.
She's like, do you want anything once I'm done with this thing?
I'm alright. How are you doing, though?
Pretty good. Almost died getting here because I am very bad at navigation. But it was fine.
Understandable. The skies are quite difficult to navigate. That's why I usually rely on others. Or at least their services.
I feel you. Like, I hope this hunt goes pretty well. I don't think I'm too much of a hunter. I'm more of a heal prophecy type of girl. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. And she's like, she literally lets go of the like thing she's cooking to like put her fingers out and like go like she's spraying healing at people.
Just wasting the spell. I'm showing off. Knack goes, I'm similar that I'm also a healer. But I don't That other thing, I'm more, and she kind of pulls out like a harp, and she's like, I play music, and she strums it.
Like, that is amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot. I bought Instrument of the Divine, and it's basically just a mic.
You're fucking gonna let's form a band, Steven.
So I could perform sing with her. That's literally the only thing I got that just so I could perform sing with her.
Okay, we're gonna have Knack Knack and Intro do the Silly Billy song.
I only got like a +5 to it, but you know,
Look at Knack Knack again. Hold on.
I'm big.
probably
You-
high. She's
you
a bard.
plus- You have a, yeah, I know. You have a +5 to song.
Yeah, to sing.
Pretty good considering.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of it is coming. It's coming from the Instrument of the Divine because it's like it's essentially where I can put in a charge of my fucking channel, and it gets for how many hit I have. It gives me a plus sacred bonus.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm not trying to say she's better or anything. I'm just letting you know, like,
No, she's probably better.
I'm
She's a
just saying
bard.
she's rocking. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to like show off. I'm just showing like, your 5 is really close to a fucking bard.
If well, listen, if we start singing, if we start playing together, she's gonna be playing. I'm assisting.
Again, let's go.
Fucking God, Silly Billy's so good.
All right. So
All right.
Knack Knack looks around and she just kind of stands next to you, and
Yeah, it's all good.
like all the awkward conversation that you guys are barely having.
I mean, it's all good. I mean, that's just how it starts off. And she, Enma's like, "Oh yeah, hold on, I forgot. My name's Enma."
Because
She keeps doing that.
hello, I'm Knack Knack.
Good name. Good name.
Mm.
Oh God, she's changing to a sleigh really quickly.
your voice, yeah.
Yeah, the voice keeps going further into sleigh territory. Good name. Good name. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, y'all on sleigh. All right. Bard. All right.
All right. Since you two want to show up late, some time passes. Your fucking beef chili, Steven, like I said, takes hours, so you're just in the middle of watching it fucking stew there as you've been talking to Knack Knack for fucking God knows how long, as you guys just casually having the conversation of like awkwardness. You're just like Steven, just
probably start going into stuff. I mean,
all right,
it
yeah.
doesn't
Give
have
me an
to stay
example. Give me an
obvious.
example.
Literally start going over. Like I'd be like, "Hey, you want to have start giving some history on stuff? Like tell her about bring out the Nosoi. Be like, this is my Nosoi because no one else has really seen it. Joe might have seen it popping out. It's a psychopomb that they sent to me.
I guess we could
talk
do
about
this. I guess we could do
Bring
this
them out.
if Joe comes by with a piece of meat. Knack Knack will look disgusted at him.
Okay, I'll show up with a piece of meat so she can look disgusting at me. I have 7 charisma. It's fair.
Fair, yeah.
I like the itch thing.
Just a point of contention, possibly. But if you have nothing
I-
to add, then it's just something to have noticed.
Just look at the things like. I just make a mental note, like thing.
Little red thing.
Oh.
Rude.
You talking about the Nosoi?
No, I'm talking about Joe's mental note of Knack Knack.
No, the Milton.
I,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I suppose I should be on the island.
Alright, Pat being like, hold on, wait, let Steven finish the thing he's gonna talk about as Nasoy. And you can
Oh,
come
super fine.
in. Okay,
Like,
well,
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I was like, it would have just been like a little bit of explanation. She sees that Knack Knack looked in the sky. She'd go, "Don't like gnolls. I think they're pretty fluffy, but that's just me." Because they must it stupid
Knack.
sometimes.
Knack Knack will. Wow, it's just. I'll just say what she says, and you can decide how it fits for you. Oh, I was just gonna. Neck is gonna be racist. She's gonna. When you say don't like gnolls, you're gonna go. Neck goes. They're a violent, brutish race. They're only good.
Correct.
Their only good is that they seem to be nature all girl. Imagine if their men were in charge.
She's like, okay, I'm with you there. I'm. She's like doing like things with her hands, bringing them up and down. I'm calculating what you're saying here. Yeah. This is.
Hold on. Can Whippet's gonna come up to Knack Knack and be like,
Yeah.
"Hello there,
Oh
Pot.
God.
Have you met Kettle?" And I point over to the knoll before walking away.
Jeez.
I will say, my name is Zargik, actually. I did not know that you were named Pod.
I pat you on the thighs. I walk by and I go, "Not what I meant, buddy. Not what I meant."
It's an allegory.
Joe turns to you. I accept your marriage proposal.
To be fair, it's way creepier because, like, he can know, but I'm looking at him and it's like, good bone structure.
I go, "Well, thank you."
He's not saying that.
But he knows.
He
Whippet
knows.
Whippet knows. He's like, he would make a very good piece of my mantle. He's like, no, thank you. Walks away.
Very good sultan for my chair.
Fucking, this is the way I'm imagining Zargik looking at Whippet.
Let me see that.
Bad.
The way Jason responds means he knows what this leads into normally.
Christ's sake. The gif.
Who doesn't know what that leads to?
Joe.
Hey, yo, hold on.
I do. That's why I
Honestly.
said nice.
Oh, no.
I actually
We all
briefly
know
watched.
reasons
I briefly watched the entirety of the thing on Giphy, making sure it wasn't like somehow like leaked into it out of fear.
We all know what this actually leads to. Trying to get to my whole.
Yeah, the rest of the movie, idiot.
Don't
No.
pose it. We're fucking streaming.
Yeah.
Just hearing the Hulk smash an Iron Man. No, Hulk. Real men don't smash little girls.
So who's getting introduced now? Is this Pedro? Or...
Yeah, I know Pat wanted to walk in.
Probably fly in, but yeah.
Yeah, I fly in while
Your Strix flies
And
in.
then-
You're like,
and then-
boy, are my arms tired.
so another Goliath probably lands just before I glide down. No, good old
You carried him?
old Dor. No, he didn't want it to be carried. Good old Droon. He fucked up bad. Probably.
Man, he fucked up real bad if he's also now showing up like he just handed the invite off to you.
That's how I got here.
Guys, I found the world's greatest lover.
Yeah, man, he fucked up real bad. He was doing this last second.
Drew is the lazy.
Yeah,
the lazy
Drew lands. He's like, guys, you wouldn't believe it. His name wasn't Esteban, or his name is not Jimmy Pendrix. His name is actually, and he leans into you. Go on, introduce yourself.
It's like I'm not sure what's happening here, but I'm Kurata Nori. Supposedly there is a hunt.
I'm sorry, Pat, but I really wanted Coney to just look at you. It's like, you're named by food.
I had to run back in the room for this. World's greatest lover, huh? I bet you can't love everyone.
I don't follow.
Yeah. This is a fraudulent title. He's probably something cooler, like world's most difficult lover.
Drew blends into the crowd of other Goliath. He becomes part of the background.
Gone. He's gone into
He's
the
like-
hive
he's like-
mind.
He's like, oh, see
I'm
you
probably-
again.
He just leaves you to your fate.
Or Valoon is looking for his Goliath.
Who are you?
Who are you talking to? There's like several of us here.
I mean, only one person ran up to me and talked to me, so.
I know that from like across the place.
Okay.
There's no
That's what
secret
mumbling
conversation.
after yelling that at you. He doesn't look like the world's greatest lover. I would know, but I mean, he doesn't give off the vibe.
I mean, last I heard, the world's greatest lover came from a very cold area. Supposedly a holy healer of some kind.
Holy healer.
Honestly, for how fucking stupid this conversation is, Knack will get flustered and be like, wait, who does everyone think is the greatest lover?
A holy healer, apparently me.
Yeah, you know,
I love everyone.
wrong kind of lover.
I'm not sure where that title came from.
She's like,
So you can't substantiate the claims?
There's like 30 Goliaths surrounding
Yeah.
the Goliath that came with you right about now.
they're like,
Prove you're the world's greatest lover right here.
What
in
have you
front of all
fucking
of us.
done?
Prove you're the greatest lover right here in front of all of us.
Fucking
Be a sex
Goliath.
haver right now.
I don't think I will prove anything right now. I heard there was a feast.
Do this sex right now or get kicked off the island. Balloon, you're coming in to say this, right?
Pedro, come in, save Pat.
I do like the way Pedro says that. Pat said, I don't think, meaning there's a chance to convince him otherwise.
Yeah, if I show up, that's what I would say. So I'm not saving Pat. If anything, I'm burning him.
Yeah, you're coming in late, right?
I guess it's around like start of nighttime.
Alright, well, a while still. How long do you guys want to just stare at Pat before things move on?
I'm not there.
I know another charlatan when I see him.
Yeah, I'm gonna
tip my
avoid this
hat.
awkward situation.
you want
Stefan
some buns?
Stefan had gone further along, right? He wasn't just where we're all gathered.
People are gathering still. It's the day before the feast.
I just wasn't sure if Stefan was still around or if he had gone somewhere else.
Oh yeah, no, he's just floating around, mostly talking to Goliath and trying to find other people that aren't Goliath to talk to. Like I'm sure he is. Like you see him holding a brief conversation with some like red-robed twink, but like that doesn't last long.
All right.
David, is he gonna come back to get his food, by the way?
The
Or did
meal
he
he
already
requested,
collect
the meal he requested from you takes like hours to cook.
Yeah, he'll be there as soon as it's ready.
I mean, you know, if you turn up the heat, it'll cook faster.
Yeah, exactly.
that? That is a terrible idea.
But am I wrong?
No.
If it takes 20 minutes at 200 degrees, then at 10,000 degrees, it should take much less time. Sure.
I don't know enough about math to say you're wrong, so I'm just gonna agree with you.
I'm gonna sit here and not agree.
Wow. It's fucked up.
I abstain because I just arrived. What are we talking about?
About how they could definitely make this food faster if they turned up the heat.
True. Might not taste as well.
I mean, I want to know. I mostly subsist myself upon cold foods.
Oh.
I don't have the patience to cook.
Zarya almost says something, but he stops himself.
In the distance, as you guys are like gathering around the hearth, looking at fucking like chili, you're like, cook, cook, cook. Another ship lands by, and as people are offloading off of it, the two more prominent-looking fellows are one, a shirtless man that is of a decent height. I'd say that because fucking Zargik is there and everyone is high compared to him. And there is a woman with a 20 fucking gun strapped through her back. It is like way too big. This is not the kind of like fucking 6-shooter you pull out in a quick drop. There are an accompaniment of similar uniformed folks to the woman, and as they're separating, the shirtless man has a dwarf next to him. Honestly, that never looked good. The fucking thing Jason posted, that looks terrible.
That's the point. That's whippet cooking, not like somebody who actually knows what they're doing.
There.
Oh god. Makes its own gravy.
Binging with Babish actually did an episode where he tried to make that. It still looked awful.
Oh yeah, it still looked awful. I remember that
He did it
episode.
right. I mean, what do you do to make that? You just make like freeze-dried meatballs and fucking freeze-dried gravy flakes, right? Add water, right?
You're thinking to dehydrate it.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. Right, Pedro.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Alright.
So, I guess you're calling over the soldiers kind of just walk past you into the lodge. They go. The shirtless man and dwarf walk up to you since you're hailing them down, Stephen. So they don't. Well, he doesn't say much. The boxer, the man that you, out of character, know as Redwood, looks down at you, not saying much, and the dwarf kind of like saunters over and goes, "Smells good."
Hey. She's like, I'm making. Wait, what's it called again? She's like thinking to herself. Oh god.
Oh god.
Freshman, help me. I've forgotten what it's called.
I'm making fancy beef chili.
I turn on my nose, so do you remember what it was called?
I whisper in your ear and I go, shit on a shingle. Say it. Shit on a shingle.
I turned on my nose again. Do you remember what it was called?
She just ignores me.
And the soy is like, I wasn't out when this started.
No, this one has been there.
Then the soy looks at you. I wasn't paying attention. Like the I know what you are dog face.
26 bucks.
Damn it. For the first time, you will hear. Oh.
Despite his bluff being 26, you're pretty sure it wasn't shit.
I said shit on a shingle.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying shit was not part of the equation.
Hypnotic stare.
Oh. I literally turned towards.
To clarify, hypnotic stare just reduces your will save. It doesn't actually force you to believe me.
Did you really hypnotic stare me?
Yeah. You don't know I did it though, just so we're clear here.
He's just mewing at you, see?
Yeah.
What,
All it does is
what
like
is this,
lower your will. To
totem?
clarify,
What is it?
all it does is lower will save. You do not have to. You still do not have to believe me.
What you were saying, Steven?
I turned towards my resident Noel. I'm like, do you remember what it was?
I
You were
wasn't
here
here.
for that part. Damn it.
No, I wasn't.
Wait. Masala Kima. Wait, yeah. For some reason, I feel like there's another weird name for it. But I don't think shit has anything to do with it.
Who's anything about shit? I didn't.
Every food has something to do with shit.
That's true. It eventually turns into it.
Yeah, that's what you get after you eat this dish.
I want you guys to like. Just want you guys to know, like, as like every time Whippet speaks, we have this like little kobold, face over here, just
Disgusting.
Just
Sickening.
upset.
I'm gonna stab with it.
With reason.
garbage kobold. I
Whippet's
can do that
gonna
better.
do this. My mama does this. Phrasmus told me to kill you in your sleep. She gave me a bite. It's fine.
You strike me down, I should become more powerful than ever. I'm just gonna make a worse character.
We have to kill We have to kill them each time.
I'm gonna create a reincarnation witch at one point, and you guys are never gonna be able to kill me again.
Mm.
My art skills have really deteriorated. I need to get back on that grind. I used to be able to draw a very decent kobold.
She's
You
just
can
mad. She's sitting there
you
mad.
can whip it. He just comes out with Whippeteer.
Whippetist.
The Whippetess is the next one.
Hmm.
Whip it squared.
The Whipponted. Yeah, that's a good one.
Whip it now, nay nay.
Just if we could just make it more red, it would just be neck forever.
Yeah, just the I just imagine fucking you see the blonde elf like walking towards it, the group, because everyone's gathering around here for some reason. He hears "whip it the nene" and he just burns.
I would too.
Yeah, I guess after a while of decompressing, Vaughn would actually end up going into the lodge to follow Stefan there. As opposed to just like kind of sitting outside.
All right.
I'm sorry.
The lodge has a variety of people that Volan may choose to actually speak to, assuming you want to speak to anybody. There are, of course, the variety of Goliath, which, if you want to talk to them, we can do, and they might hold interesting conversation. But I think you and I both know that not gonna.
I mean, they're like all running around doing stuff, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. A lot of them are also just talking to each other. Like
I guess
there's,
like
you see that red-robed fellow that Stefan was talking to earlier, and he's got two. You're pretty sure, like Eddie Murphy, the Black Knight, next to him. So, maybe you want to go harass him and ask what's up with the twins. There's a group of dwarves. There is a goblin here. Who let this in here? First, the kobold. This place is going to shit. The goblin is next to a some blonde tall girl that is like the fucking like half shaved head look. Again, not looking good. Who let this person in? Actually, the goblin is fine, but anyone rocking Marceline's second hairstyle is a problem.
all right.
Sickening.
I guess I mean, he'll just kind of wander around. He'll probably ask a few Goliaths if there's anything, I guess, like, if there's any help that's needed, but otherwise, like, he's just kind of ambling from group to group saying hello.
Yeah, well, the Goliath are going to tell you that you're a guest and you don't need to do essentially. I
Well,
mean, that's the
he
long
now
and short
has,
of it. I'm sure some
sure.
Goliath would be like, oh, you want to help?
I mean, sure. I was asking. In his head, it's like, I was asking for plausible deniability, but I guess I can help, yeah.
Alright, yeah, they ask you to move some chairs, like fucking we're playing this like the fucking who's gonna look more impressive in front of the fucking 14-year-old girl when you're in high school or whatever the fuck the numbers that you know that thing children do where they fucking like try and carry like 8 chairs.
Yeah, no, he knows his own limitations. He probably just moves one or like 2 chairs at a time and is like, yeah, I'm not.
As soon as
Chairs
I
are
said
big.
high school and 14-year-old girl, I'm like, wait, those aren't the right numbers. That's how old I am. I forget how old I look at a high school student and I think like this
14-year-old
fucking
can be in high
teenager.
school.
Yeah, I know. I look at the high schoolers and then I'm just like these fucking teenagers. I view them so young. Fucking how old is a high school student? Half my age, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, he'll probably help out a bit and just move some chairs in there and be like, well, I did my part. And then I'll just kind of amble along through the various groups. The fucking the goblin and the big lady and then the fawn and then the what was it, the red robe person?
Which one's the big lady?
Oh. Didn't she say she was big? Oh no, you're telling only about her hair. Never mind.
I said
The lady was
I said she was tall. Like
well,
like,
yeah.
in relation
I
to the
mean,
goblin.
I guess, yeah. I heard
Fucking-
tall and thought, of course. Big person.
No. Honestly, your character's probably taller than her. How tall is Valon?
He's short. He is fucking like 5'4".
Alright, well, she's a bit taller than you. So yeah,
Yeah,
you've got
he's
your Amazon
a
fetish
compressed-
checklist filled.
Yeah, no, I don't believe so, but yeah. He's very compressed.
Fucking yourself looking at somebody that's like half a head taller than you. Big lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's...
Turns to the other one, little lady.
Me thinking of a joke, and I'm like manlet, and then think about myself cries.
Alright. Is there anything you wanted to like actually speak to these guys about, or are you just kind of like walking past them going, sup?
I mean, he's introducing himself and asking like general stuff because, as opposed to the last time, I don't think like half these people were here.
Technically they
That I can
were, but
remember.
I straight up did just say like, we'll do this more in the full game.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess he'd kind of introduce himself. He'd ask, I guess, because we got notifications about why, like, when we were sent, like, we're inviting you to this, this is why you're coming,
Yeah, they told you why.
like, I guess he'd ask that as well, like, because as far as he's concerned, like, the idea of champion of metal or bravery is just like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Funnily enough, when I was explaining this to my dad, he didn't understand why he like because I was trying to talk about character concepts, like if you need a character, why would you come in? And he's like, but why would they invite me? I'm like, the Goliath don't understand guns, but they'll still invite somebody for being a master sharpshooter because they hear stories.
Yeah.
I know how to do it now.
So the idea that you're just like the master of metal makes me think they probably have this weird notion that you're like a metal kineticist, because that's what makes more sense.
I don't
to
mean
them.
metal as in the material. I mean metal as in spelled METTLE.
Oh, metal.
Like the metal of man.
That's fine. Some fucking Goliath still probably is like, so when's he gonna fire the metal?
And it's just like, yeah, I don't. He'd probably introduces like he'd introduce himself and then he'd ask like, "Hey, is your reason for being here as weird as this?" And he'd just say, "I don't quite understand what meant like."
Let's just start you off. I was gonna have you like I was gonna ask like, what kind of person would you go for first? But I just like the idea that you just go straight to Codex. Which I'll reiterate: if you guys do not want him to have that name, Faust is still the fucking shitty like placeholder name. There you go up to Codex. You're like, so you introduce yourself and you ask why they're there.
Yeah, because he'd like hold up whatever invitation he's got. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not sure what this is supposed to mean. I'm wondering if all of them were this weird."
Critics will go, "Oh, I'm not a champion. That's my kid over there," and he points to like the blonde elf, and he goes, "So,
Do they look? Do they
where's
look
your
like their
dad?"
family?
No.
Yeah, do they
Well, first off, this fucking twink here is 100% of you.
It's like adoptive?
The wizard goes, "Oh no, not legally. I stole him."
Oh, well, I guess nobody came looking for him. Then it's
Possession is
own-
9/10 of the law.
like yeah, ownership's like 90% of the law, right?
Tell him that.
Chip on his shoulder over being stolen, I guess.
He could have been raised a good young elf man with elf values.
Elf
Nice.
value.
Yeah,
I assume that's a point of contention then.
Whip it in the background, and the wizard's just like, "I really did save him a lot of trouble.
I believe you, buddy.
If only I had stolen him when he was a kid, he might not have all that
Yo.
baggage."
Holy shit!
Oh, this is a recent acquisition?
Yeah, no, it's like few years. He like waves his hand dismissively.
I love this guy.
You literally kidnapped an adult, yeah.
Well, no, it's just like, do you regularly steal people?
No, not that many people honestly impress me. He's decent at magic.
Just decent?
Just decent. With a few decades, maybe we'll work up to all right as he's like checking his nails.
I guess he's got the time.
I love him. This guy's my favorite now.
That's because it's David.
Shut up.
I believe David goes around stealing kids.
It is my OC.
He would if he was a wizard.
Maybe
You'd be
does this
training
in
them.
a free time.
There's so many character traits I give this character to make him so distinct away from me.
Nobody.
I know which one.
You're overcompensating, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's because a lot of characters are going to be sassy, and you'll be like, "That's you, David."
No. We're codex.
Wow, we ran into another asshole. I can't believe David put himself into the game for the 40th time.
Yeah, exactly.
David, you're just
I
sassy
refuse.
enough for all of them.
God, I can't wait for you guys to meet the theater. You're like, "Oh, look, David, it's you."
No, the theater's different. The theater's
Theater's malicious sassy.
the theater's a whole bit. No, the theater's not the theater's not a bitch. The theater's a whole cabaret. Fuck
Anyway,
me.
look, the theater's like 40 sessions away. Let's get off that guy. I'm just bringing up another sassy man. Oh,
So your career mentor, as he does like air quotes.
he goes, "Yeah, I mean, in my free time, I like to think of myself as a teacher of men, ages, younger than adult."
Sounds interesting. Definitely a way to kill the time, at least.
He looks at you, like, very seriously all of a sudden. "Killing what?"
Time?
But you know that's a crime.
Yeah, he's just...
I was like, what?
He just kind of gets rid of the serious face. He's just like, "Yeah, alright."
You're like, well,
What
much as I'd
shitty
love-
fucking test is he playing?
much as I'd love to talk to your boy, I don't think he's very happy with existing. So I don't really want to get into that.
He goes, "But see, that's all the more reason to bother him."
I guess. Yeah, fuck it. And I'll kind of start walking over and give like the same sort of introduction. So yeah, is your championship thing weird too?
And Tyrion turns to you from the conversation he was having with some random Goliath that Goliath takes the opportunity to disappear. You just see the Goliath put the peace sign and just go, "Wurr."
Sorry about that.
The Ansarian turns to you, and this blonde elf goes, I see you're one of the fellow champions then. Yeah, I dare say mine is of a strange title. It is, by all accounts, Master of Magic, but more so it's because I'm apprenticing under the Master Codex.
I see you got very different terms for it. He called it stealing, but I guess that apprenticeship's a much more palatable way to say it. Anyway,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
just
they,
looking at you this whole time. He's not sure what to
like-
say.
yeah, I don't know. Your mentor's kind of interesting.
He's
I guess.
an individual.
Yeah, he definitely is. Just full stop. And he's like, yeah, no, I am supposedly here as a championship of metal, MEDL, which I'm unsure really as to why that is, but
A
I
bit
know
disappointing. I was hoping for a brief second that you were a kineticist.
yeah, I keep hearing that. Uh, it
What is it that you've done that people talk about you?
I don't rightly know. I have worked alongside one of the Goliaths that was out and about a while ago. I'm wondering if this is some sort of fucked up prank played upon me.
Too far for me to try and typecast an entire people, but I don't think they're capable of such maliciousness.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily malicious, but it might not even be aimed at me. But the guy was, at least so far as from what I'm seeing of the people here, not cut exactly from the same cloth. Maybe that was why he wasn't exactly home.
Oh wow.
So, definitely an interesting sort. Yes. Is there anyone else? Let's see. I guess I could talk to him if he would. Just like he's kind of looking around like I just don't
Yes,
understand the criterion.
Sarian's
Like,
just
the
kind of
criterions
raises
all
a glass.
fucking weird for this. Like, I
Sarian
mean,
raises a
good
glass
luck
and he's
for
just
whatever
like,
those
yeah.
are.
No, we should go. Let's keep our discussions open. And he wanders off as well.
Yeah, good luck with the hunts, I suppose. Whatever they're gonna make us do, we'll just kind of wander off. Like,
No, just imagine now, for you to think that this is a prank, how your life has been, that how you get the Maleface class is essentially as a baby, you get dropped and you break like 7 mirrors on the way.
I was dropped. Like,
They put you in a room of salt shakers and go,
yeah,
come here.
a room of salt shakers and mirrors, and they had to throw me through a ladder to get me in there.
My mother
And there's
didn't
just
show up to
black
my own
cats all
birth.
around.
Oh,
Yeah.
not that one, dude.
They just
Come
had
on.
they just
Same
had
with
like
the
a
Witcher.
wizard summoning black cats every round. Herds of black cats just fucking following by.
Is there another person you wanted to talk to, Kieran, before we continue? Because I'm sure if I led to someone else and then came back to you, you'd just say no.
Yeah, I'd probably just be sitting around somewhere in the lodge, just kind of idling about. With the, it's just like in his mind, it's just like, did I run into the two weirdest people?
Yes.
No.
Different extremes of weird. Same school.
They studied in the same classes. They got all the different ideas, though.
But he did classes. My man, one of them's teaching the other.
I meant more so in the idea of weirdness. cut from the same cloth, learn different ideas from it. But anyway, he'll
you
just be in the lodge, kind of sitting around.
people outside as everyone's just standing around the fucking pot, like watching the chili cook. I guess before I have this guy, you guys probably should talk to Redwood and his coach, right? You were talking to
Indra.
right? Indma. I don't know why I keep calling you Indra. It's more of a name to me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, how Steven pronounces it, it's one of the gods there. It's either Indra or Enma.
It should be Enma.
I hate Enma because every
Yeah.
time I hear it, I'm going like, oh, he's not saying enema.
Oh, I was just talking about Enma from One Piece. The fucking sword, bro.
So I was talking to the dwarf team.
Well, that's because he
Talking
walked up
to
to you and said it
Redwood.
smelled good, right?
Swords.
Yeah, I told him what it was. Yeah,
All right.
thank you. I made a lot of it.
So the dwarf's like, giving out some of that for the feast.
Yeah, it just needs a little bit more time to it. I didn't think it would take so long.
I'm scared.
I did know it would take so long. I did know it would take so long.
Lying.
I
I
made a
did-
mistake.
I didn't know it would take so long. Looks at the cook check. All right, so hear me out. I did, but
How much more time do I have on this thing?
I forgot.
It's like, but
Yeah,
you
you
fucking...
forgot.
Well, Steven, it's chili essentially. Like, you know how long you have to cook that?
It all depends, honestly. It depends on if you're making good or bad chili.
Or wasn't your goal to make good chili?
I know, that's why it's gonna take long.
So yeah, the dwarf's gonna be like, it smells like it's ready now.
She's like this. She pulls out one of the fucking like bear meat sandwiches that she made, which are really fucking good. She's like, here, take one of these.
All right. By the way, in my head, Joe, you know our gacha game? Have you collected the sandwich yet?
Sandwich.
The what?
All right, never mind. You said bear sandwich, Steven. I'm imagining like a fucking like hoagie roll with like 4 fucking feet of like meat on it.
Yes. That's pretty fucking good.
How you doing, Pedro?
Pedro's
you
gonna
do?
show up later.
Yeah.
He's carried this cross. So Redwood is looking around as his this little dwarf here is eating the food, and Redwood looks down at him. He goes, "Is this all there is for now?" And his coach is going, and his Redwood just turns to the fucking kobold and he goes, "Hello," and she like looks at him with like a squint, and he just rotates to you. He's like, "Hello." Anyone that wants to accept that hello. There's like 3 of you here.
Sup?
He said hello. I'm sorry, my brain couldn't.
Redwood just nods at your sup.
Yeah, I said what's up.
I know, he just nods at that.
Cool.
Is it Redwood?
Yeah, Redwood.
Redwood just looks at you. Ah, yes, a fellow common speaker.
To fully describe Redwood, since I might as well, since we have described some of the characters in bare bone details, but I just keep thinking I've described them like 5 times already in the past. But for the sake of this stream and everything, I should.
I don't think we described Redwood for the one shot.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
did.
did.
We didn't talk to him that much.
But I still described him.
He doesn't have a
Redwood,
shirt on.
yeah, Redwood is a muscular, lush, I guess is the way to describe it best, man. His skin is white. His stance is honestly, it's just kind of normal. Just seems like a ripped dude, honestly. But he is wearing a like
Whack.
Victorian boxing getup. He's got black boots on, taped up hands and legs, wearing shorts. He has a belt around his waist that has a black trim around it with a big gold buckle in the middle. And he looks like a gentleman on the face. He's got like a very trimmed mustache, pointed beard, and a styled hair that would almost look like a mohawk if it was not so like well maintained. Like he looks like his hair is waxed. Like he's the kind of guy that looks like if he was wearing a black suit, you'd think he was rich. Also, I guess if he was wearing a black suit, you'd still think like, damn, he's ripped. I'm just saying, if you saw Mike Tyson wearing a suit, you wouldn't think he was any less ripped.
That's true. That's time for Inla to immediately. Hey.
Looks down at you and nods.
You look pretty ripped. And that's
Thank
pretty
you.
good. She shakes her head like she just said the most profound thing in the world and continues stirring.
I fight, he says, with like all awkwardness.
He's like, how do you fight?
Right now.
He raises a glove.
Ooh. So you knock him out?
As
And
you two exchange these like brief like he's just like correct, and you're like, ooh, you could just see Knack like turning between the two of you, like progressively like getting more pissed off looking.
Yeah.
Steve would just say knock him out. I just start hearing. So how's your martial flexibility?
No.
I forgot that's the name of the fucking ability. I forgot knockout was the fucking actual name.
Yeah.
I was actually asking like from boxing perspective. She's
Just
like,
love
I've
it.
never. She's
He
like,
looks at
I've
you
never
like-
been to a mall.
Yeah.
As Indra's like hot pot becomes like the fucking hottest thing for all the champions to gather around outside of the lodge. You guys see a 6 foot tall fucking pile of metal and feathers land near the entrance. Like it just fucking plummeted from the sky like a fucking missile.
It's another big one.
Here he is.
Yes.
Yeah. You as the plummeting statue here like slowly like stands up from its fucking Marvel superhero posing, you see a mostly armored figure. It's a kind of like bronze silverish armor. It's holding a pole arm in one hand as its wings are like flat, like fluttering out, like stretching from its flight or land or something. As it looks up at you guys, in the sense that it's it's like looking at the sky. I mean, it's obviously if it's looking up, the only thing it could see is Zargik, which I guess maybe he's looking at him where he's just like Christ. You see that his helmet is pointed at a point on the, I guess, facial area is one way to describe that.
His face is pointed.
Yeah,
I assume you were describing Ericone at the V-Sans.
yeah, Aokone. Everyone keeps putting that R on it out of nowhere.
I don't know why.
Probably because of Era Krokra.
Or just because he has wings and he likes to be in the air.
Hey, Oni with a B
Yeah,
split.
Aokone.
Yeah! Ericone.
And
Aokone
404.
is- It's like, oh, it's Aokone. Coney. Now I keep adding an A on the end.
Konai.
Alright,
It's a big, another big boy.
so has there's another big boy. The creature, and it's almost. I want to describe it like it's almost like impending, like intimidating. Its it's standing there in like this kind of way that exudes power and awesome and coolness, and it loses us all when you hear this like shrill voice from it goes, "Aircone of the Beastlands is here!" And you're just like, oh Christ.
And then it goes, "Oh my God, he's perfect."
Nori
He's
rubs.
weird.
Nori
And
rubs
was
his
like,
ear. It's like he's still loud.
it was like, he's perfect. He's weird, and I like it. Wait, hold on.
Why
It's
are you
weird.
sounding like?
This weird creature walks over to the group and he's just like, "What's going on here?"
David is literally this.
You just start watching the fucking Silver campaign from My There. Starting to sound like the robot.
Oh,
And I like it. And I'm like, wait a second, I've heard this somewhere.
hey, be quiet. Sometimes things get lost in translation.
Fair enough.
One. Oh, okay.
So,
One.
I was just about to continue and I got fucking destroyed by that. Alright. I guess to
It
answer
loves him because he's weird.
I guess to answer A. Coney's question, since you guys aren't, Redwood goes, I don't know.
He's like, I'm making masala kina.
God damn it.
The fucking creature in the armor squawks at you. Why?
Because the floaty guy asked me to. So I decided to just
I'm
make a
hungry.
big pot of it.
The real question you need to be asking is, why aren't you making masala kima?
I do. Aakone of the Beastlands does not know what that is.
Well,
It's
don't
like
you think that might be a
chili.
problem? A gap in your own knowledge?
No.
You should fix that. It might come in handy later.
No.
What happens if you're hunting down an enemy who can only be harmed?
First off, Alcony the Beastlands doesn't need that. He's got armor and he's got weapons. And if he needs masala kima, he can always come back and ask me. And I put up my hand out for a high five to fucking to Iacone.
It's a low five.
She's like, don't leave me hanging. She's
I
just
get-
standing there.
Yeah, you already knew he wasn't. I guess don't
She's
don't leave me hanging. He
David, I want you to
extends.
stand.
Yeah,
I want you to stand, David. I am in the position right now, my hand up, just looking upward. Because that's what she's doing. She's not moving. She's waiting.
She's delusional. She's clearly not hanging. She's standing.
He slowly moves his like you got your like a high five palm out. And I guess he bends his knee a bit, and with his hand that's not holding his pole arm, so he's got like his pole arm on his knee as he's like leaning down at a weird angle. So if anyone's just near you and he turns, he'd hit them with a stick. And he lowers his gauntleted arm down to you and just grabs your hand and shakes it once.
I'm like, okay, that's not what we were going for, but we can deal with that.
God,
And she slaps her own hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love him. He's gonna make everything so awkward. It's great.
I can't wait for Alcony of the Funklands.
Hey,
David,
Coney
can you
of the
roll a 20 on
Dunklands.
advanced check again? Do you remember? I remember my first thing of Alcony was remembering him rolling a 20 on his fucking perform dance at a fucking at the end of the party. All I remember, he rolled a 20. I'm like, oh my god. And he was like, it's Alcony of the Funklands.
Fucking
Oh,
the
it was
helmet,
so
giant
great.
afro.
And she's like, yeah. I was like, when this masala though, is this gonna be done? When the
Seriously.
first time you hear her,
Just turn the heat up and it will be done.
she's like, no.
Pedro,
Stupid.
it's not exactly night, but you might want to show up before like the dinner happens, right? Or if you want, you could still show up fashionably late. I'm giving you the option to come in.
Joining this campaign.
All right.
I can show up right now.
Yeah. How would you like to show up?
With his legs.
I don't have many ways, so from a ship.
All right. So one of the
There might
last
be more
ships
levels
pull
until I
in.
can fly.
One of the last ships pull in, and getting off, you see a.
The twinkest.
I was gonna say there's more than one way to describe you, so Pedro, go.
I guess not that tall and not that thick. Actually, you'd probably say the opposite. He's a bit skinny.
Oh God, no! The only thick player we have is Steven.
It's
Yes.
fine though. What do you mean?
I'm pretty
You
thick
get the-
myself.
Yeah, I guess Joe does have.
Joe
But
is
wait,
thick.
how much
He's
of
big
it is
and
it
thick.
fur though?
Oh, that's true. All right,
Racing null thickness.
we have Steven to get people who want thick women, and we have Joe who have people the furries.
There's
Me the
multiple
first
furry
time-
baits in this one.
Me immediately when Pedro talks to my character.
Peter is literally playing the furry gateway dry.
Be quiet, Twink.
Oh, I swear,
But yeah,
Kitsune. Right?
Let's talk about Kitsune, but yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
The thing
No, I
that
swear, Kitsune aren't furry. I swear.
Sorry, go ahead,
yeah,
Pedro.
the thing that probably call more attention is that while he appears to be mostly human, he does have a pretty thick tail
Whoa.
and a pair of ears, and is very well dressed. While the clothes are simple, they are refined and with a lot of I guess accessories would be the right word. Extra details on them, basically. Out of game, I need to spend. My clothes are worth 150.
Nice.
They're
Wow,
expensive as
so
fuck.
cheap.
Hey, give
So what I'm
give
hearing
me
is you
more
have.
levels and I'll buy better ones.
What I'm
Oh,
hearing
yeah.
is that you have money.
What I'm hearing is he's poor.
That would be a first assumption, yeah.
Excellent.
Or at least he had money. You had to obviously spend some to get the clothes.
Hey, listen, if the stuff on you is worth money, then you have money.
I mean, to be fair, I think that applies to most people here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anything of value on me.
I did say most, not all.
I'm sorry you're destitute.
4 rounds.
But yeah, you
Apologies.
just see him.
The economy's hitting everyone hard.
Thank
But you
you.
see him
But
with his he has like white slash blondish hair, and
Whoa.
the tail. It's the same color, but ends on a more vibrant red.
I don't think so.
My God.
And I guess for anyone that looks to the image, no, I'm not carrying two swords.
Yeah, no, that's actually.
Wow. How dare you?
man, commit to the bit or don't commit at all.
Katanas are expensive, okay?
Didn't even commission art.
Joe's like later. Pedro. I mean, glad. That's what happens when your names rhyme.
What?
Pedro.
But yeah, you just see him walk out from the ship.
Goddamn Twink.
From the shadows he rises.
Just like he walks out the ship and everybody just hears, "There goes that girl."
You hear Enma from the thing. You'll hear, like, you might even hear, but she says there's a twink coming off that boat. Legitimately. She's like, that's the only way I can describe him.
I thought that was. I thought that you were. Aren't you playing a chick? Or am I wrong on that?
Me or Steven?
It's a freaking kitsune.
No, I'm a guy.
Okay, sorry. It's very anime, so I just assumed that was a chick.
I think the conversation character is like Enma is going a twink, and Whippet's going, "What do you mean twink? That's a woman."
That was the joke that I said. All the
Enma goes, no, I can sense it. That's a twink.
That's the joke I made, Jason, about all rip dudes have arrived. Now time to summon the femboy. That's
Yeah.
because of Pedro.
Okay, So first of all, it's impressive that you can tell that, and second of all, wood.
Sickening.
Wood.
Yeah.
Emma does the fucking hold on. Hold
Pedro,
on.
be careful. There are midgets about you.
As soon as you say
Look, okay.
this, perception to hear
Okay, I
this
don't
shit.
hear you guys shit
As,
talking.
as soon as fucking Whippet goes wood, see Knack move positions further away from him.
All party members below 4 feet are now in love with you, Pedro. Have fun with that.
I didn't say a
Oh
love. I
god,
just said that's a
it's why
twink.
it's the problem of having 19 charisma.
You talking about? I said that's just a twink. I didn't say anything about liking him.
Didn't you like everyone?
Yeah.
But you love it. Yeah, so
Doesn't mean that
I-
just because she likes you doesn't mean she's attracted to you.
that's
This
true.
is true.
But let us continue. Pedro, go ahead.
Me and
Alright.
Pedro. Shut up, twink.
Hold on, when Knack like shuffles away from me, I just turn my head real slow and creepy like and wink.
By the way, Steven, I was meaning to say this, but when Pedro is coming in, your thing should be done cooking.
Woo! She's like, it is complete.
It's like first session. You start about the basic stuff.
She's getting out the plate. She's getting out the bowls, and she's like, "Floaty guy, where are you?"
Call for Floaty Guy. Not only do you not see Floaty Guy outside of the lodge, it seems like Redwood has also taken this opportunity to fucking abandon the group. The fucking dwarf is still here, though. He's just like, yeah, he's got a bowl ready. He's like, serve it up.
I'm serving him some. If it was,
He crafted the bowl while he was waiting for you.
no, like the bowl he has, not big enough. I give him a bigger bowl.
To fucking
Thank you for
chart.
staying here.
Yeah, you just hear the dwarf through the Charlie. Woo! Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I was
dude.
waiting for.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Woo!
They'd be like, "Hey, Connie, would you like some masala keema?"
Hey, Coney of the Beastlands apparently needs to have some prepared for his kind of monster one day.
No, like she's like, ah, okay, just try it. It's not my best work. Could have been better. Next time.
So as a question, David.
Yep.
I assume currently where the party is where the biggest group of people is. At least
Yeah,
as
as
I-
far as you can tell, otherwise people are inside of the lodge. Aokone takes the bowl you give him, by the way, Steven, and you see his like weird little thing in his armor open up. You know that armor like flat.
Visor.
Yeah.
I
Well,
go to my,
no.
I go to my fucking Nosoi. Look, and my Nosoi is like, look, you both wear a helmet and you're birds.
Yeah,
My
you're
Nosoi
birds.
is like, I am not. My Nosoi in like,
Who's
he
the
doesn't
second
speak common.
bird?
I have a Nosoi familiar.
Oh, okay.
I thought Pat
And my
was just trying
Nosoi
to be
does
like,
not
how do
speak
you
common.
know the big fucking thing with black wings on its back is a bird?
No, I didn't know who
So-
the other bird in armor was.
I was David like this. My Nosoi says, look, he's like you. Nosoi, you hear, no one else can hear in common because he doesn't speak in common. He only speaks in fucking celestial. You hear, he says, he is a bird in armor. He is a Tenju. I am a Nosoi, a psychopomp. We are not the same.
Yeah, would your fucking
In the deepest
would your
voice.
fucking thing even know it's a fucking Tengu? Like Aokone looks really weird for a Tengu.
Yeah, he would.
Alright.
You
Yeah,
would.
he looks more
He
like
sees
a
wings, he
Strix.
makes judgment.
You
Trying to
probably
say anyone that can see into Aokone's armor piece, which is more up to whoever wants to be angled that way, your choice. You see a like black void as far as you can tell. Because I mean it's fucking shadowed and he has black feathers. It's kinda really hard to see details.
I have dark vision, so I see it.
Wow.
Wow, despite the dark vision, he still looks like a fucking black blob of feathers, because that's just what a Tengu looks like, really.
Yeah, I know. I can see details.
My god. Leave me, pull one of those feathers out for me, baby. He's getting the chili all over his feathers. No!
Ah!
You'll never fly again.
No.
Literally, that's what everyone hears Inma say. He's getting no, not on the feather. And now, Connie, you just use a spoon.
It's like
Yeah, that's probably got to be the most horrifying thing to actually pull away from this. Is you gave somebody a bowl of hot chili that you've been stewing for like 4 or 5 hours, and you watched the man take the chili that fresh from the pot, bowl in hand, just poured it down their mouth.
Nah,
I guess he has fire resistance.
Okay.
he does not.
When he finishes drinking his fucking soup there, his meat. When Ayakoni finishes drinking his meat, he says, "It is too spicy for Ayakoni of the Beastland's liking."
It's like that's fair.
I guess. Meanwhile, my character will approach a group, thinking that it's the group up, and just go there and say, "Greetings, everyone. I believe this is the place for the hunt. Am I correct?"
What gave it away?
Tall
But
building by my
lodge.
side.
on the background, by the way, slightly to the side of the whole group, I believe right now is my character, caked in blood, surrounded by carcasses.
Oh man, did we miss the hunt?
It's downloading.
Zargig.
I look to the side.
What you
Oh, am I
got?
too late?
No, he's just been hunting like regular.
I was going to say like.
I have been practicing.
As friends on PlayStation.
I
Understandable.
hope the boar meat was good for the chili.
It was phenomenal.
Mm.
Not exactly the same
Good.
thing of my actual class.
No waste
But
then.
I was going to say like one.
I mean, since you brought that up, I'll actually have Ayakoni goes, "This is boar meat."
Yes.
He goes, "It's a shame that it was wasted as such. Is there any left?"
Yeah.
You're going to make me
Squint.
Points at you. He's like, "Could you prepare cutlets?"
5 feet away.
Of course.
Oh. Slice it. What, you just like raw cutlets?
Fry them.
Ooh. She's like, I can do. Wait, hold on.
Fry them.
I need to check something real quick.
Like a Goliath walking outside. He's just like, "We can feed you."
Shit, that's exactly why she stopped. She's like, oh wait, hold on. She closes up the kitchen. Wait, they're gonna have food in there. If you want like boar cutlets later, I got you though. Also, I take out a bowl. I'm giving that floaty guy his goddamn massage.
Ready to
Give him
just
his goddamn
run around with
massage.
Goddamn chili. It's like
Fair enough. Like, I'm not having Ayakoni say anything because he's just kind of like looking at, like, you had started preparing it and you put it away. And Ayakoni's just like, "Is this part of the process?"
It'll be later. Come on, look, she hits him with a come inside. They have food. I'll make more later if you're still hungry. Okay?
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
I will give the rest of the meat to the Goliaths, by the way, David.
Before, as you're walking in, Stephen, a hand goes on your shoulder from the angle where it seems appropriately sized. I mean, it's a fucking... No, it's a dwarf. I
Ah.
was about to say appropriately sized. His hand's probably fucking massive, all things considered.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Listen, lass, you don't have to just put the meat away and let it go to waste. Give it to me."
It's not. I cast preserve on it. It'll be fine.
But see, it's gonna get cold, and nobody likes cold chili. Give it to me.
You can. She's like, that's fair. The pie's open for you. But wait, there's gonna be food in here. I can warm it up again later. No one wants to be warm.
Yeah, yeah, the dwarf is just like, well, I will see. If the food's not any good, I mean, we'll both know that I'm coming back then.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. You put the okay sign.
Yeah, it's so weird. I thought you were about to say, shut the fuck up. Like, if the food's not good here, shut the fuck up. How dare you be mean to the Goliath? They've done nothing to you. I swear, I heard this shit like
she's
you were
not
about
worried
to do it.
the food. She's like, she's not worried because the food's gonna be good.
Yeah. So it's just they're a kind of open like party thing. Like there's meat being cooked and people just kind of grabbing things off like. I'd say it's buffet style, but there's really not that much of a selection of items. You know what I mean? Like, if this was a gala, there would be like Goliath with little platters for you to take from. But they just put all those little platters up on the big table, and it's just different cuts of meat that are cooked. Nothing too incredibly fancy.
It's a barbecue.
Yeah, it's a barbecue, and people are talking
You
and
got invited
everything.
to the. Does that mean we all got invited to the barbecue?
Yeah,
Is there a giant, big black Goliath at the front?
they call me the Shadow Goliath. My
I'm
specialty
drinking way too
is
much for this.
my specialty is my clan's ribs.
Damn, you cook your clansman's ribs?
You can't talk about the clan ribs when I'm fucking drinking something.
All right.
You stop drinking during the session.
While people are talking,
Why?
and as you see like an older Goliath start walking up to start welcoming people, instead of listening to them as the Goliath is saying something like "Welcome to the hunt," as we hope this exchange of culture, you just zero in on there's that fucking bald motherfucker, like right there. I see him.
Does he see me coming? Because I'm coming in with a bowl and a fucking
Murderous intent.
determination in my eyes.
All right, let me
You
just
will be fed, motherfucker.
pull up Stefan's thing real fast. What is his perception? No, I'm not rolling. He doesn't see you.
Me.
He's like a glass of wine as he's listening to the elder, and then suddenly he just feels like a child tugging on his pants. And goes, excuse me, can I please buy a chunk out of that ass? All right, so he looks down at you. Oh, hello. You?
I didn't tell you my name, and I don't think you told me yours either. I'm Inma.
How terribly rude of me. My name is Stefan.
That's a good name. I like that name. But
yeah, fucking Stefan breaks back into the fucking side-breaking fourth-wall thing in the classroom. Everyone named Stefan is a fucking 10 out of 10 hunk, and it just goes back to the game. Don't worry, Steven, I got you. Alright. Anyways.
And then I fucking hand it over. You asked for this.
How big is the bowl you give him?
It's a decent sized bowl because I was like, he's not like the big as like the dwarf. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Stefan looks like he's a very thin man, so you don't want to give him too much because he might not be able to eat that much.
Fair enough. Thank you. It's decent time as well, because he looks at the barbecue stuff going on. He's just like, yes, I think I would prefer this. And he takes a spoon and he stirs it around. And he goes, "Where's the rice?"
She goes, he actually hear, shit. I'll be right back.
At least that's faster to make.
Yeah, that's fair.
She leaves. She leaves. She's like, she
Pulls out
grabs
a
the bowl.
rice cooker.
Wait, hold on. she
See
grabs
it.
the bowl back.
See ya.
Wait, hold on.
See you in 30 minutes.
Hold on, David. Wait, hold on.
Oh shit, that's a hell of a cook check.
20 on rice.
She comes back and like the bowl is shining. She's like, "What the fuck?" Everyone's like, "Hey, yo, I
don't
made a
even-
lot of it for everybody."
I don't even think you made rice. I think you left and you come back 1 minute later. He's like, "Ooh, rice cauliflower." You're like, "It was faster."
People are like, "Hey, yo, what's that? It smells really good." I made a lot of it because I had no time for measuring. I was merely cooking.
Are you telling me a fucking rice with this? Are you telling me a cauliflower made this rice?
Shut the
Anyways,
fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
where'd you even find cauliflower? You just pulled it from the ether. Like, I need to cook, Jesse.
For asthma, I need your mightiest of vegetables. And a fucking cauliflower floats out of the fucking boneyard.
You're like, God damn it, Frisbee, I was asking for rice, but I'll make do.
She's like, this is better anyway.
Alright.
Pratma just like, you should have asked for grain, bitch.
How you get wheat.
Yeah. I mean, asking
Alright.
for a vegetable, you're not getting rice.
There,
It's true.
yeah, I get what you. Alright, so Fawn has some of it. He's 16. He probably would have been like, oh yeah, no, fucking that 20, 30. He's just like, this is superb cooking, madam.
It
Now.
actually looks really good. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
let me give some of this. She's like, let me give some of this to that dwarf. He'll probably really like this. Try this. Be like, try this with some of your meat. He's like, oh, vegetables. Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna have something similar. The dwarf like takes a bite and he just goes, "Lass, you can't just hide vegetables in my meal like I'm a fucking 6-year-old."
She's like, was it good though?
He takes another bite. He's like, "I didn't say it was bad."
She's got a bowl for everybody. She's just putting bowls by like fucking people now. And she's just like,
You know.
He shakes the clean spoon, like clean from his mouth, like at you, going like, "You've got to know that I have a specific diet of champions. Look at that brick shit house over there." As like Redwood is just awkwardly just T-posing.
Sweet, my favorite kind of food.
Yeah.
the moment he turned away from me, though, was like Redwood now has a bowl of the fucking stuff by him.
Redwood will eat it.
Yeah, no.
The coach is gonna be like, "No, he's on a strict protein-only diet. We don't know what a vegetable will do to him."
He dies from shock.
I can't breathe hearing what else. He's on a protein only diet.
So, you know what's really fucked up, David?
What?
Zargik doesn't actually go get, like, is like cuts of meat from the table. What happens is, like, as they put one to start cooking, he just takes it out and starts eating it.
Alright.
Yeah,
Oh,
I literally have a list of ways to cook beef raw for my meals for this one.
Ooh. Joe, I got
Beef
this.
tartare.
And I come by and I'm like, I have this for you because I saw that from earlier. And it's basically just, I modified beef tartare with some of this fucking cauli rice. I'm like, here you go.
Pedro said he showed up behind you, by the way, Steven.
Oh, did you? I'm
As
sorry.
say,
Pedro, I
as you're
missed
like
it.
giving out rice, I just show up like, do you happen to have some spare rice bowl?
I have enough for everyone. He pulls out a bowl. Here it is, you beautiful, beautiful twink.
Alright, yeah, if
Actually,
he
hold on,
sees
what's
you
your
handing
name?
a... Oh, go on.
Holy fuck you, boy.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm Anzo Tanaka. Pleasure to meet you.
She shakes her head like, yeah. Nice name. Nice name.
Why Why do you say your name like that?
What's it? Oh, I mean,
Is
sorry.
is Tanaka not your family name?
Yes, but most people from outside the lands usually get confused when I say that. So I've been adapting.
Remember who you are. Oh, we.
Shut up! I was gonna say something like that. you you dishonor your family.
Oh. Oh.
It's like basically telling him to kill himself.
That's awfully rude from someone I just met.
I am
Are you
not
gonna
a
take that?
normie.
I'm showing no respect for my family. I'm simply adhering to the custom of lands outside. Where in my land, I'll be doing things as purpose as they are the ones visiting. Since I am the one, I'm being accommodating on the cultural shock that could bring from this. While minor, it's still just a small gesture.
I'm sure you meant gesture, but I heard small jester. And I'm like, oh, there he is. There's Neck.
It's like, oh shit, where is he? It's like, it seems a strange thing to do.
Well, everyone has a
Hey.
different perspective on things.
Hey, Hanzo.
Yes.
That man's talking about your honor.
You.
You do honor in the things that are your actions, not by just a name. So whatever. Enjoy your rice.
Thank
Like
you,
I
I will.
said, Aekone's looming over this.
Coney, you're also honorable.
Illicit rice eating.
Puts out hand again and puts out a bowl of rice and with a hand.
Alright, Aekone goes, Aekone, the Beastlands thanks you for this rice, and you see him like move the bowl through his like mouth thing and he eats it and he just goes, you can have this rice back.
What do you mean by that?
Felt the spicy. See,
No, it doesn't taste like rice to him. Its texture is
Oh.
weird. It's
Um,
cauliflower.
It's cauliflower rice. It is a vegetable in the shape of rice.
Aekone, the Beastlands cares not for these falsehoods.
So it's not rice at all.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I got something. I take the bowl, I bring it around, act like I'm doing something with it. This is cauliflower.
Okay.
I have to treat him like a baby.
Yeah, I mean, he'll take a bite of it and it'll be like, it tastes like the same stuff from before.
Yeah, but it's cauliflower.
is.
Try it with some meat.
Minus the trickery, though.
Yeah, right. I mean, you kind of defeated him there. He's just like, I really don't like this. You're like, eat it with meat. Oh, memories of my fucking mentor. Okay.
Like I'm shorter, but I'm still dominating here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Eat your fucking vegetables, Aekone. Yes, Dad.
I mean, that's my title. I am the nurturing mother.
Yeah.
That's the reason they were like, yeah, you've been fucking. People just love you as a person. Going slag.
So, as you guys are holding your conversations, the elder Goliath is just kind of like finishing his ramble, which I'm sure anyone that's been tuning in, it started as like a nice kind of like sentiment culture exchange, but over the last like 20 minutes has just gone into like uninhibited like fucking blatant tall tales of gone. You know,
Like-
like the kind of thing where it started off nice, but he's just like 7 drinks into his speech, and he's just like, "Man, back when I was a stud, I grappled on top of the beast and flipped it over my head, and no one's stopping him."
I'm egging him
Who-
on,
who-
actually.
Yeah,
Who would
whip,
want to stop him?
whip
Honestly.
it, whip it. What are you doing to make it worse?
I go up. No. Tell them about the other time. Remember that time? I'm just gonna up there and I hand him more drinks.
Yeah, you're handing him more drinks. I do like that.
And then I see Whippet doing this, and usually I would hate this. But I get on the other side, I'm like, yeah, tell me more. I'm helping Whippet amp this man up.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Did you get very
Does he look like a bitch?
I was about to post that, but
All right. So as the night's festivities are going on, you kind of hear the fucking completely wasted elder like being dragged off. I guess. The next like Goliath in charge mentions that the participants, the champions of the hunt, should probably go rest now to prepare for the day's festivities, because the hunt's in 2 days and tomorrow is the day of feasting and challenges. And they'll still be partying because people who are adults, yeah, essentially, he's like, the real men are going to probably keep going on for a few more hours, but you have to rest. You want to be at the top of your game. Let's get the elder out of here, and you see them dragging off the old man, and you see like a bunch of other Goliath that are uncomfortably like human-sized walking away. The Goliath that are only like 5 or 6 feet tall.
I want to hear
How
How dare they?
music to pull up
How dare they be so small?
How dare they have children?
I
Honestly, they're
doubt
more
I
like
even noticed.
You can hear that the Goliaths are secretly getting smaller because they always get cut by smaller Goliaths. The
I
big
don't-
ones go out to go hunt, and then the smaller ones cut them. No.
I don't like that. Fucking like that sounds like some sort of like weird incest shit to be drawn by fucking Bladestorm.
No. I was just doing the elephant seal thing from Futurama.
Oh shit. That's fucked up, but I like it.
You look like a
All right. So the question is, are you guys going to rest, or are you guys going to stay late in the night and see what weird shit happens?
I'm
I don't
resting.
wanna rest. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
All right.
travel
gonna
was
do it.
long, so I'm gonna take a rest.
Then
I'm
yeah,
gonna
as you guys are going off to like rest, a Goliath due to a section of the lodge where there are rooms specialized especially for you. They're not personalized or anything, but they are supposed to be your rooms specifically. Like that you are assigned a room. It's your no one else should go into your room. And as you're going around, you can see exactly who the champions are, which are that kobold, that elf, that bald guy, fucking Aakone. There's no other way to describe him. Redwood. You see the sniper lady, your Mila, just out of character. You don't know in character. Don't explain her name. I just want to say, just to express that you guys understand. Because amongst all these people that you also see yourselves amongst us, you see a Goliath, which doesn't really stand out in the crowd. To be fair.
Dude, he's the champion of being a Goliath.
Crazy.
He's the most Goliath of Goliaths.
He doesn't look super happy, but also, neither do some of the other people. Like, Redwood has this kind of, like, autistic stare at him at all times, so, maybe he's stupid.
Yeah, I think it's a lack of nutrients besides protein.
Wouldn't you believe
I-
it? He doesn't
as-
have enough fucking vitamins in his diet.
As Redwood passes by, I hand him like this fucking big old jug. It's just like essential vitamins and fucking other things. If you feel better after this, tell me, and I will convince him to stop making you eat only protein. That doesn't sound healthy.
Redwood looks down at you. He goes, "I'll consider it, but Not
I mean-
making me eat only protein.
He isn't. Oh, thank God. She's like, oh, thanks for asthma.
Maybe it's a human thing. Maybe it's healthy for humans. Did you ever think about that?
I'm a healer. I
Listen,
know
all
for a
I'm
fact.
saying is that I knew a
know
human
human
that
matter.
has only who's the only thing he's ever eaten and drank his entire life. He drinks beer only eats potatoes, and he has smoked at least 7 cigarettes a day.
Hey, that sounds like that.
And he's like pretty old for a human last I checked. He was like 50.
Oh,
That's old for
that
humans,
can't.
right?
That's a dwarf. Are you sure you're not confusing him with a dwarf?
He was kind of short.
The exception is not the rule.
She's like,
She's like, you see, I'm a short desk walker. That doesn't mean that there's a lot of short desk walkers. I'm just weird.
what does that have to do with it?
Redwood
We're
will
not even
chime
talking about
in
you.
some more where he goes, to be fair, as far as my interpretation of what a Duskwalker is, you're the only one I've ever seen.
That is also true. There's not a lot of us.
Oh, I just thought you were like a kind of dwarf, like there are darker elves. I thought you were like a
I'm
dark
not.
dwarf.
Redwood
thought
will
I was
go,
a.
to be
you
fair,
thought I was
I
a
also
blade
don't know what
walker?
a Duskwalker is. I just assumed you were something.
We're all something.
We were created by two of the top tier psychopomps. They made us, and then they were like, "Well,
Redwood's eyes,
You
when you say
can't-
psychopomps, he just starts heading towards your room. He's like, I don't know this shit, I'm gone.
Yeah,
They're-
we lost me
they're-
already. I don't even know what the fuck
they're
psychopath.
like, they help with souls. They're awesome."
You said souls. I'm out of here. I don't need my shit being judged.
Run, coward!
I'm not running. I'm walking.
You'll all be judged.
Just-
She's
just-
laughing. She can't even hold
Yeah.
it together.
Yeah,
I just look at
Zargi
you and I
just-
go, I swear to you, you'll be going with me.
And Syrian's
Yeah, I know. I'll be there to judge you.
And Syrian opens up his little dormitory door, and he's just like, "There's nowhere to run, but I can hear you through the walls."
Zargus just looks at you, just he's like, so I'm just leaving to rest. I'm not actually running from you. And
That's
he starts
fine.
leaving.
You don't have to run from me.
Also, I was
If you
about to
want to
say,
consider
like,
it running, that's fine. I'm going to bed.
can Zarkic fit in his fucking door? Like, I can only imagine you're wider than a Goliath.
It's the
You go
thing, dude.
sideways.
No, that's the problem. There's no way to go because like I try and you just see my sword getting stuck and it's like shit.
Come here, horse bitch.
Maybe you should take your sword off, buddy, and then go in.
I put my sword next to me. We don't enter still. Yeah, no, I enter my room.
Yes, I'm your enemy.
Well,
Alright. Oh god.
that was interesting. Like a dog with a large stick.
Out with the. I was not expecting.
And Whippet sure is interested in a lot of the party sticks, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey. It's not Whippet's fault that he likes fish sticks.
Wow.
Emma leaves the place. She's going back outside to go drink for a bit.
Alright.
I'm right about going to sleep.
In as you go back outside, I suppose, since you saw Mila show up through the dormitory assignment, you see that she's also out in the crowd talking to essentially just more of the blue cloaks. The Iron Empire grunts.
Yeah.
So you're not the only participant to be out drinking. Although that is pretty much the only other of the NPCs. I don't know if any other player wants to pop out.
I'm not taking If you know what else is coming out, I'm not gonna be taking too long anyway.
Fair enough. I mean, you could just say you're drinking, but this is an opportunity to go harass Mila.
I'm gonna go back and be like, first thing I'm gonna go, hello. Okay. I'm digging this soldier look. You look really
I'm
100%. Shut the fuck up.
okay, this is interesting because I was gonna have her respond for a second, and I went, oh right, you're female. So she looks at you, and you're digging the soldier look, and she looks at you, and she goes, sorry, I'm into taller women.
It's like, what do you mean? I'm just saying I like your look. I don't get it.
She turns back to her platoon, keeps drinking her beer.
Enma shrugs. He's like, okay. She's like, I don't get it. I'm gonna go put up my oven because it's still out there. Gotta make sure to put that.
Fair enough. I was just gonna say, like, you can. She's not saying anything when she turns away from you, but like, other people in the platoon kind of like resume, like, dirty military jokes. I mean, do you want to drop one, Steven, or should I just make up one on the spot?
Nah, just make one, but you're good.
I really want to go with the classic I quite enjoy, where you hear the one soldier going. So, anyways, this elf came down. Two elves came down to the Empire, right? Oh, you already know what this one is, don't you?
Yeah.
You want me to go for a different one?
No, go tell him. I love that one.
Finish it.
Yeah, the soldier's like, the two elves came down to the Empire, and they're like, they made a promise that they're going to see in like 15 years who's going to be the best Iron Empire citizen ever. And they meet up again in 15 years, and the first elf goes, I'm a member of the military. I have a wife and kids. I vote in the elections. Listen to the radio. Thank the Iron Empire for the beautiful city every day. And then he goes, I also, I ate some, I ate a full Empire breakfast. What have you done? The other elf turns to him and goes, fuck off, knife ears, go back to the forest.
Oh, like a true empire is racist. Right?
There's like a half elf in the group. He's the one that said the joke.
That's what made it really good.
Fuck off, knife ears.
And my father meant it.
My father meant it.
Holy shit. It was like, that was powerful.
That was. I like the idea of Idma just being like, whoa, that was a little racist, wasn't it? But yeah, no, Idma can go, that's powerful, that's fine. I just like the idea that Idma's just like, whoa, you can't be telling that kind of joke. It'll get you fired.
Like, I don't get this joke. What the fuck are you supposed to do?
I was gonna look up something else, but I saw in my favorites that one just going in the background. I'm like, I gotta share it. This is...
Not wanted. That fixes it.
Alright, so you're going to go, get your oven.
Yeah.
Oh. Not one of the champions that you saw, but the dwarf is out drinking still, in case you want to harass him some more.
Over there, and I'm gonna heat up some of the chili real quick, and I'm gonna pop down the biggest bowl for him.
Alright, the elf goes, thanks, lads, but I mean, there's a bit of a problem with that, 'cause that's all it is.
How dare you?
Me just sitting there like, okay, yeah, I get you. How do you speak to my Nasoy? Do you know what he said?
Sorry, he goes, I speak celestial, not that.
It's like, you sure? I don't even know what that was. That must be, was that common? That was dwarven common.
There's some. It's a special language called slurred.
Powerful.
I wonder if people who speak in sign language slur their words.
It's slurred because their fingers are fucking up some of the words when they do it. She's like, "You've been drinking." All right. But yeah, I'll grab myself if they're dropping off the chili, and I'll drop off fucking some of the anti drunk stuff. Big old thing filled with cheese and meat, so it'll suck out some of that alcohol in his stomach.
If it doesn't kill him
Cheese,
first,
meat, and
there's so
bread.
much meat and cheese.
It's mostly bread. There's just some cheese that helps it out.
Okay.
It's cheese, bacon, and like a big loaf of bread, so we suck up some of that alcohol.
Well, Steven, while you're out here, is there anyone else you'd want to talk to? Or you think you're just heading off?
Now I'm heading back.
Alright. Let me ask everybody if there's something else you guys want to do as you presumably are going to sleep, but I mean, last time Pat made potions, so maybe you want to do that.
I'm rest.
I'm sleep.
Same.
How about you, Jason? Steven, I can't believe you saved that.
Why would I not save that?
Because I threw it at you offhandedly. I didn't think you would like it that much.
I do.
It's not even
think
in my
this part-
favorites. I don't know, I do like that one. I guess Jason's falling asleep, so we'll just assume his character does too. So yeah, we can hold up the session if you guys would like, because that way we can just do all of the fucking feast and challenges for next session.
Sure.
Yeah, first was more introduction. Next, we finish the
Oh, no.
introductory part of
That
the
is most
campaign. We can
definitely
start
bad.
deciding where what to head in.
I mean, yeah, since we're not actually doing the combat of the hunt because we know how that's going to play out enough. Oh, welcome back, Jason. I was asking if your character's going to sleep or if there's shenanigans he wants to do.
Nah, he's going to sleep.
Alright. Like we were just talking then, Jason, we're talking about tabling it. And since we're not doing the hunt combat or anything, and we're just going to describe that, we'll maybe finish everything of the hunt in the next session. But if not, it'll probably be like the hunt in the third session as just description, and then actually beginning the game in that same third session, just to give people an idea.
No problem. Sounds good.
Because I do like the idea of us playing enough of the feast and challenges for us to actually play a game of Goat Ball.
Go ball.
Sorry, what?
It's the game I described that we weren't doing last time. That it's essentially dodgeball. Like imagine a sphere made out of like hardened goat leather, like leather armor. Like it hurts if you get pelted with it. Now imagine a Goliath throwing it at you.
Legacy weapon, enchant goat ball.
Ill omen. Don't hit me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be good to show off some skills, and that way you guys could, just play a game of dodgeball.
I sincerely don't think my character can win at any of the competitions.
You're winning the archery competition. I think that was preordained.
Aren't you fucking 60-foot speed? What are you talking about? You're gonna win the race.
Oh no, I'm normally 20-foot speed. I can get up to 60-foot speed. But
Well,
that's
as
for
long
short
as you-
bursts.
How short?
Trying to hit me with your axe.
I need to check
It's
again.
okay.
It's new character.
Joe's like, just long enough to survive a bear attack. Why?
think you could just-
Swift action for a minute, and I can do it like I'd say more like 3 to 4 times.
I mean, if you have a minute full of moving like 3 times as fast as everyone, I don't even think it would be that hard for you to just coast off that to win.
Probably.
Go back to the fight.
I mean, we'll see. Because this is the thing here. Don't forget, last time we've said things are cheating. But like
And
this time, someone could just fly. Like either Coney or Pat can just fly, and I'm like, well, there you.
Every time Akone flies in the race, he's told not to.
Yeah, but he listens to a Dakota, which is his mistake.
Sure. I mean,
That's what
I'd hope that if Pat starts the race flying and then sees the other contestant go, "Oh, okay, sorry," and lands, that he wouldn't just go,
I'm not
"Fuck
gonna
you."
fly against people who
Your
can't
PP
fly.
is as small as what I'm watching right now.
But Ayakone is there, and he can fly.
You can have your own separate competition.
Pat's gonna be like,
Well, don't
"Yes,
worry,
I'll take part of the jump competition," and Pat just starts hovering upwards nonstop, endlessly.
Well, don't
I'm
worry. If
jumping,
people
I'm
accuse me of
jumping.
cheating, nobody can prove curses. Nobody can prove it. Early.
Oh man, I'm just, Jared. I really want you to just like slow down your pace and always just be in range of Dakota as you're doing the glued boot.
Yeah,
Just like
just keep glued bootsing. I don't want to win. I want us to lose.
you and me together losing.
We're
And
gonna have a nice
Odakoda-
long conversation.
Like Odakoda's
Have to
done
still
nothing
go
wrong
ahead
to
of
you
him.
yet. You're just like, I
Yeah.
remember what you did in the other dimension.
Right.
I remember your prior sins.
My hatred transcends realities.
You're gonna
So we're
give
just,
Odakoda a reason. Oh yeah, we're done for tonight.
He's just Odako's just Sans in this scenario, I guess.
When Odakoda confronts you, he's not gonna be even like, "You guys are breaking tradition." Odakoda's just gonna like fucking pick you up, like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
You.
Physically or mentally?
My problem is you.
Well, Odakoda's gonna crunch you up to use you as the goat ball. Like, Jesus.
Oh,
Your help when I go to Italy.
Whippet says something that's an insult to Coney. I haven't understood most of things, but that I understood.
I think what you'd have to tell Aokoni, like, I'm sure there is things. Just trying to think, like, what would you have to say to Aokoni that would just piss him off? Like, that would be an insult and not something that would piss him off because you weren't like, yeah, all those children that you saw die horribly, I'm the one that did that. Like, yeah, that'd piss him off, but for different reasons. I'm trying to think of, like, what would you tell
I would just-
Aokoni that would, like, make him mad on the basis that, feelings?
Probably insults about his
Your
master.
traditions are stupid.
So?
You were caught wrong as a joke.
I mean, it's probably like more insults to his master or the people he cares about. I don't think personal insults work against him. He's either too stupid to get him, or they just don't affect him.
I was gonna say they probably don't affect him because they go like, "You were taught wrong as a joke." He's gonna be like, "Then it was awfully effective," because like you have to remember, Akoni's powerful. Like, he's aware how strong he is. Just talking about like the other
Fucking
times that you
Tony.
guys. I mean, I'm thinking about the time in the first Harlonde where Akoni was like trapped in a room because he couldn't solve the puzzle, and while he was bored and waiting, he just kept fucking chucking gold coins down a bottomless pit. The party was losing their shit.
No, no,
I mean,
Because the coin just kept falling down.
No,
yes,
the
because
party was mad because Akoni was throwing wealth away, even
Yeah,
though it was
no,
only
I'll-
like 30 coins or something in the grand scheme of things.
no, it wasn't.
I don't
This is the
remember.
problem: is we were doing a puzzle.
I think he
and
threw
we
a
were-
ruby down at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the big problem: is we were doing the puzzle, and you started describing that you started doing this at the start, and then you said, and as you're doing this and you're taking a long time, a couple hours pass, and we straight up looked at Akoni like, you did not do that for an hour straight. We will stop you.
Yeah, it's fun. So I figured he only threw like 30 coins because you stopped him, right?
Yeah. That's
He's like, I
That's
have
why-
board games for next time.
That's true. I do like
know.
that. Steven actually canonically has board games.
I have board games involved. I have things to entertain children.
And it'll work. You guys will solve the puzzle, and Aokoni's gonna be playing fucking Candyland.
He's like, I like being the purple gumdrop.
Aokoni's gonna get mad. That's what'll make Aokoni mad. You're like, escalator, escalator, and you're Eels again, Ancone. He slides down.
Eels. Ah!
Fucking.
Okay, let's
He
try a
looks
different
back at
game.
the
How about we
escalator
try
like,
Monopoly?
David, no. The escalator and eel, he turns away for like 2 seconds. It turns back. It's now mountains and bottomless pits. He's like, ah.
Kieran's character takes out a fucking game. It just shoots and shoots.
There's no ladders in this game.
Yeah.
Shoots and Shoots is like the Connect 890,064, the classic 895,064. Like just the fucking game that never ends. Shoots and Shoots. You always fucking constantly dying.
Yeah, shoots and shoots. You roll 2d6. The first 12 ones are shoot to the beginning.
Fuck, talking about board games reminded me of something where my nieces, when they were real little, they were playing some board game where you don't roll dice or anything, you just draw cards. It was designed supposedly by like a toddler, like their age, where it was like this way nobody feels bad because the way it works is you set up the pieces, you shuffle the deck, and then people take turn drawing cards, and you do what the cards say, like move forward, four, back four, or whatever. Meaning there's no strategy or anything to the game. It's just whatever the luck of the draw is. And I remember winning the game, and my fucking their parents were mad at me. Like, why didn't you let them win? I'm like, I couldn't. Fuck. Like, how do you win that? I guess I should have like read the card and be like, oh no, I go back to start. And you're like, that's not one of the cards, Uncle David. All right, fuck me. I guess I win.
What for Candyland?
No, there was some board game that I'm saying that my nieces played where it was designed by like a 5-year-old girl, and that's why they owned it because someone their age made this. And the rules are you set up the pieces like you know whoever's playing, like I'm the thimble, I go here, and just I'm gonna draw the card first because I think the specific rules are the youngest goes first, but it's whatever. I'm just saying like they draw a card and then I draw a card and they draw a card and I draw a card. There's no strategy to the game. It's just whatever the cards say.
I love the fact that you asked, how do I win this? And I'm like, you clearly did. That's why they got mad.
No, I meant it more like they got mad at me for winning, and I'm just like, I don't know how to lose on purpose to a child in this game that you can't control.
Why?
I wouldn't have done it either. Fuck that. Let them understand that like there are things that you lose at.
My
Before-
cousin and brother
You should learn
are.
from a young age how to lose.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to say it's
Otherwise, they'll
funny
never
because I don't
get
think
good.
they ever played that board game again after that. But also, I can't imagine even if they won, I can't imagine how much longer you'd be playing a board game where you
They
have
wouldn't have
zero
played it
input.
that much longer.
Yeah, it's like it's not a very interesting board game.
I thought you were going to say, like, I don't know how long you'll play a board game that you know you lose. And I'm like, I've played Civ like that. Actually, that's every time I play Civ. I'm like, I'm not winning, but I'm making this entertaining.
Someone's gonna like call me out and they're like, you can lose that board game, you just have to actually lie to the children.
I said that.
care what you say about this thing. This is a dog.
Technically, even David said that. He's just pumped off of the fact that if they can read the card, they can just go and say, that's not what it says.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just like, I don't know, it's teaching him bad manners. Oh, bye Jason. Just
I
fucking
think I'm
he
gonna head on
disappeared.
out as well.
Fair enough.
Goodbye.
As well. I need to be top chef for the 3 hours that takes us to kill a jackal tomorrow.
Ah, good old D-Mod. I can't believe today's Friday.
Free.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Steven's gonna come
Fine,
out.
1.5.
How many of you fuckers are there? There's 1, 2,
6,
3,
oh,
4,
7.
5, 6. Oh yeah, and 10.
Yeah.
So Cairo is only going to have like a couple thousand hit points.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, so a couple rounds.
Depends how many crits you get.
That's true.
He's gonna roll the 3 20s right off the bat.
I hope so. We need to run them pockets.
I hope one of the rewards is a mini Carol, so we can show up to Ravana with one of his bosses like, "Sup, look at this shit."
Just that dancing meme I'm always posting.
Yeah, but done by Carol.
Even the
Our
fucking
little Carol.
Rakshasa pets should be the fucking Noisoids if they're fucking, like, related, animal faces on his masks.
Ah, nice.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
Alright.
at
Oh,
some
go on.
point we should discuss what we're going to ask Ravana.
Yeah, we should.
Well, I'm gonna be ending the stream. Anything you guys want to add?
No.
Alright.
Tune on me next week. It's gonna be funny, I swear. We're gonna bully a Goliath. I'm almost assuredly.
It's gonna be my
Sadly,
middle
my
school
character has
experience
no
all
skills
over
useful.
again.
My
Should
character
have
has no
been
skill
a
that is useful for this.
David should have been a bigger.
Talk about how this